Live at Collectibles for Saturday night's live Facebook and YouTube sale. Welcome everybody. The stream has officially begun, so I stand here and hold this record until I see the first comment. That's my nightly routine. That allows me to know we're live and that the thumbnail image has generated and everybody knows that we're here selling records, which is what we do now 6 nights a week, and Saturday night and Sunday nights we sell coins and knives. Craig is on. That's what I like to see. Welcome, Craig. Welcome, Craig. Craig, I got to give you a big shout out. You do such a great job for us, and it goes unwarranted. I'm going to make it up to you in the near future. Let's go ahead and open up all of our apps and get this thing shared. Me, Jake, and Paul here right now. Welcome, everybody. Saturday night. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. Moving vinyl. Go ahead and like the post. I see we already got 50, 60 people hopping on. Go ahead and like the post. That helps us a lot, more than you could ever imagine, just doing that one little click of a button. Just that one little click. Just that one little click. All right. Let's get this link copied. Let's get it shared over here in the group. And boom, and boom, and boom. And we are live now. All right, there's that. Let me hop over here and get it shared on this main post that I made, which is very important. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button on the post. I see 13 people has done it. 13 people. We got 49 people. Some people's not doing their job. Hit the thumbs up button. Like the post on both Facebook and YouTube. Facebook on YouTube. I'm going to really hound it tonight. I'm going to make y'all really like the post. The more likes we get, the more stuff I may start discounting. That's simple. Right, Jake? Jake said exactly. Exactly. Let's see here. And let me get it shared in a couple other places. All right, that's Instagram story. Story, and boom. All righty. Hit the like button. I'm going to keep an eye on it all night tonight. I'm going to make sure y'all are actually liking the post. Sharing. I know I give up on people sharing. I wish you would, but people just don't like sharing. It's like they refuse to. All right, let's get this posted. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. There's my phone. Let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get going. Shipping. I'd say, I don't know. I'm not the guy to ask about shipping. I know I'm the owner, the operator, and the manager, but I'm not the one to ask about shipping. That's something that make sure you have sent us an email or a message. So I was going to make a post, and I'll probably officially do it tomorrow, but our shipping manager, Doug, is on vacation this week. He's our shipping manager and logistics manager. He's on vacation this week. We've had 2 biggest weeks ever here at Collectibles back-to-back as far as orders, and that includes all that KISS merchandise, all the records we've received on order. We have shipped so much, and I think there's still some people waiting for tracking. I promise we are getting that as fast as possible. I promise. So here's how tracking works. It will ship. We guarantee you we will send you your merchandise. That's a guarantee. We will definitely send you your merchandise. However, you will be notified whenever you get a tracking number. If you get a tracking number, then you're good. So, but we have just been, because all the KISS merchandise, usually we got boxes and we can put, somebody orders these 4 albums, we can put them in a box and ship them. Well, we've got some people who's bought Funkos, a KISS skateboard, 2 records, 5 CDs, and 3 cassettes. We have to wrap all that up. We have to get the right box. Then they got a poster. We got to go get a tube. We got to roll it. We got to pack it. We got to weigh it. We got to print labels. And it's taken 2 or 3. I think Jake's even been shipping some stuff this week. It's taken 2 or 3 people. Tanner's been back there shipping. We are shipping nonstop. It's almost a 24/7 operation. So we're getting there. Okay, let's go ahead and go through this bin that's on the table. Merciful Fate, Into the Unknown. Merciful Fate is on black and white marbled vinyl. That's $39.99. Also, Joan Jett, Bad Reputation. Joan Jett is new and sealed for $28.99. New and sealed for $28.99. Jake, I'm going to actually have you open this box. I think we got plenty of auctions, but we're actually, yeah, I would say I'll take it back there to Paul, but if you just mind open that up and putting those in a crate while we're getting started here. We got a whole new shipment from Japan we'll work on in just a second. So, okay, we got Joan Jett, Bad Reputation. Also, Corn, Untouchables, $33.99 for Corn. Corn, Follow the Leader is $33.99. Also, Halloween, The Time of the Oath. Halloween, The Time of the Oath, $44.99. Crosby, Stills, Nash, and that is their greatest hits on vaporous colored vinyl. I'm telling you right now, if no one buys this, I'm going to go ahead and open it up and keep it for myself. One of my favorite groups and first time ever on vinyl. I got to have that, $39.99. Roger Waters, the new Roger Waters, Dark Side of the Moon redo. Dark Side of the Moon redo. This is $46.99, and that's on blue vinyl. That's the new Dark Side of the Moon redo. Testament Live, 1997, colored vinyl, $26.99. And we have Smashing Pumpkins Gish, $39.99. Gish is new and sealed, $39.99. And we also have a restock of Smashing Pumpkins Pisces Iscariot, and that is $39.99. Two new Smashing Pumpkins. I'm down to 2 box sets, and I've already got mine set aside. Van Halen. Well, that means we've sold, including mine, 108. I've got 2 left. Van Halen, $134.99. The Sammy Hagar era albums. The Sammy Hagar era albums. Except Metal Heart, $39.99. Destruction, That Sentence of Death, $49.99. There's another Testament, $28.99, live at Dynamo Open Air. And we have Boogie Down Productions, By All Means Necessary. That's $39.99. I'm going to set that aside because I need to put a price tag on it. And The Grinch is $31.99. There's a warm-up crate. That's a lot of stuff left over from this week. We have The Grinch, Destruction, Except, Van Halen, Smashing Pumpkins, Testament, Roger Waters, Halloween, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Corn, Joan Jett, and Merciful Fate. I actually have a crate of new vinyl to go through. I have a crate of new vinyl to go through that we didn't get to last night, so I hope everybody's ready for some new vinyl. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and like the post on Facebook. Please like the post on Facebook. That will be fantastic. I'm also going to go ahead and get some first auctions started tonight. We've got new auctions set aside. A lot of it have not been posted or promoted. So if you're tuned in and ready to watch, get ready because you might sneak in some deals. And I've got 2 albums here that I'm going to put up for auction. I'm going to put up Whitney Houston for a $20 start. This is Whitney Houston. The name of the album is Whitney Houston. It's got a original company inner sleeve from Arista, and that's EX plus near mint minus. Let's go ahead and get Whitney Houston started for $15. Whitney Houston for $15. And the Rolling Stones Dirty Work, $1 start. Let's put the Rolling Stones up for a $1 start opening bid. That will get the chat really rolling. Anytime you list something up for a $1 start, I like seeing all the $1 bids roll in. $1 start on Rolling Stones Dirty Work, and Whitney Houston is going to be a $15 start. So this is new vinyl for tonight. New vinyl for tonight. And the first we have is Bad Company. This is a Rocktober exclusive on clear vinyl. This is Bad Company self-titled. It's my laptop's actually over here. Bad Company self-titled. That is from Rocktober. Rocktober is a indie exclusive deal that Warner Brothers and I think Atlantic is working on together this year, where they are partnering and doing indie exclusives for these limited edition, out of print, out of stock titles. So you've probably been hearing me talk about it all week. You've probably heard me say Rocktober, but I haven't really explained what it is. They do this every October, and they do these titles that are usually out of print. Now, this is a multi-platinum album, huge deal, Bad Company, and it hasn't been in print, in production, in years. And this is a remaster on clear vinyl. They did a really good job with it. It's a gatefold. It has an original hop sticker, and we have sold a ton of those. I've probably sold over 50 this week. That's $29.99. There was actually 2 people on a waiting list. That was Greg Rogers and Darren Wortman. We had 2 people on a waiting list for that, Greg Rogers and Darren Wortman. And if anybody else needs one of the bigger releases for this week, I finally have them back in. $29.99. Gatefold, Bad Company, self-titled. So back up to the top, we had 2 auctions up for bid. We had the Rolling Stones for a $1 start. We were at 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 10. And then Whitney Houston, we got a $15 bid. Whitney Houston. And Denise Harrison has that for 15. Kevin Black Fox, first sell of the night. He gets a Bad Company. That's sold to Kevin Black Fox. The Rolling Stones is now at 10. Somebody requested that I order this. Kevin Jordan, your copy's in. I've got your name tagged on it. This is the Scorpions Taken by Force. The Scorpions Taken by Force. That's $36.99. That's a new reissue that they've done on colored vinyl. Special edition released on 180-gram heavyweight vinyl, colored vinyl, and soft touch sleeve. And that's the Scorpions Taken by Force. I got 2 of those available, $36.99. $36.99. Here's another Rocktober exclusive. That was the Cars Greatest Hits. The Cars Greatest Hits, new and sealed on red vinyl. Just what you needed. How unique. Just what you needed. The Cars Greatest Hits, $29.99. Homeland Conspiracy wants a Taken by Force by the Scorpions. That is sold. I've got 1 left, and Chris Crowley's going to get that last copy of the Scorpions Taken by Force. So those 2 are now sold. If anybody else wants one of those, I'll have to put it on a waiting list for next week. Whitney Houston's at $15. That's now going twice, going 3 times. Denise Harrison has Whitney Houston for $15. That's going twice, going 3 times. Final call on Rolling Stones. Josie Singbell has that for $10. That is going twice, going 3 times. Put down Jerry Stone on that waiting list, Jake, and that Scorpions Taken by Force. Jerry Stone, you're down. Final calls on these, 15 and 10. We're about to sell them. Next is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. This is on red vinyl. That's new and sealed. Rocky Horror Picture Show, $28.99. Duran Duran. Yes, Duran Duran has a new album coming out, and we will be posting that pre-order in our private group, Whole Lot of Records. Make sure everybody's in our private group, Whole Lot of Records. I've already scheduling posts for tomorrow. I posted 2 today, but usually Sundays I post a lot of pre-orders. I schedule them, usually 1 to post about every hour or 2, and there'll be a bunch posted on Sundays. All righty. Where's Rocky Horror Picture Show? Rolling Stones has 3 new bids, 12, 12, and 13. Here's another Rocktober exclusive we were sold out of. Van Morrison Astral Weeks, and that is the Bernie Grundman. I forgot who, one of the premier mastering engineers did this. We already fulfilled all the waiting list. I've got 2 extra copies to sell. It's on olive green vinyl, a title that's, I think, been out of stock, especially, this is an all analog cut. Some of these Rocktober exclusives are all analog, cut from the master tapes. I don't know if I mentioned that enough. Some of them have all the information on the back. One of them does. I was looking at it last night. I was like, wow, this is all analog. Pretty incredible. Yeah. Mastered from the original production masters. This is cut from the original analog masters, these Bad Companies are. I'm going to open one tonight and listen to it. I'm really excited about that. Godfather soundtrack, $33.99. The Godfather soundtrack, that's new and sealed, back in stock, $33.99. And I have 1 extra. These are autographed. This is an indie exclusive only for stores in Tennessee. A Tennessee indie store exclusive. Dan Arbach and from the Black Keys, and that is autographed. I've got 1 extra. I got 3 more in, and we had a waiting list. 2 people wanted on the waiting list. I'm surprised more people didn't want on there. Tommy Flowers and Jason Kenton. Tommy Flowers and Jason Kenton, I got you on that waiting list. I've got 1 extra. I've got 1 extra autographed copy. And Tommy, I've already got you down for 1. Now, can I get more? I hope so. If anybody wants on that waiting list, I think they're all gone. I mean, they only made 500 of them. He only signed 500 for Tennessee stores. And if I got as many as I did, which I was surprised, I think I had 10 the other night, and now we've got 3 more. And I didn't know about it. Actually, my distributor just sent me some. I didn't even know it was a thing. I would have tried to order a bunch, but we were pretty limited on that. So Tommy Flowers already got 1, so that means this one goes to Allam Die. He was next, and then Craig, and then Robert Johnson. So if anybody else wants on that waiting list, Craig and Robert and anybody else, go ahead and let me know, confirm that waiting list, and Jake will take down your name. All right, let's go ahead and end Whitney Houston. Only 1 bid for $15 to Denise Harrison. Jake, let's go ahead and tag that to Denise Harrison for $15. Allam Die is going to get the Dan Auerbach. Tommy Flowers, you've already got 1 tagged. And Jason Kent was the other person. Jason Kent was the other person. So I would love to take down your name on the list. And all of a sudden, we had a few new bids on the Rolling Stones. We started this at $1. Then we had a $12 bid, a $13 bid, two $14 bids, and G.C. Colleton was in first. William Warback, G.C. Colleton, his bid came in first on YouTube. He's in at $14. Put down Robert Johnson on that list. Christopher's out on the Rolling Stones. And we have Skid Row. This is Skid Row Subhuman Race. This is a 2LP, blue and black, marbled colored vinyl. Skid Row is $44.99. $44.99. And I have another Bad Company. This is a greatest hits. Bad Company 10 from 6, $29.99. That's on clear vinyl. Bad Company 10 from 6, $29.99. Rocktober exclusive, Bad Company. And I actually listened to this album last night. I had never listened to it. I've sold no telling how many copies, but I gave this a listen. I was actually quite impressed. This is the grunge side of Kiss. Very not, I'd listened to a lot of early Kiss before. First time I've got into maybe some of these later albums, and I was like, wow, this is actually very enjoyable for me. Kiss, Carnival of Souls, the final sessions, $33.99. Then I started doing some research, and I found it was very interesting. Kiss never did really promote this album. They actually didn't officially release it, and then they never did tour, because right after this they had their original lineup reunion. So I thought that was very interesting. That's $33.99. That's Kiss, Carnival of Souls. If you like him more in the hard rock style, it really don't sound like a Kiss album to me, not the way I imagine Kiss in my mind. So next is also add All 'Em Die to that waiting list. Ryan, I have no Dan's autographed left. Those are all sold out. Derek Mandachek wants a Bad Company 10 from 6. Let's sell this to Derek Mandachek. G.C. Colleton's out on the Rolling Stones. That means William Warback has this for $15, and it's a final call. Final call. Put Jerry Stone down on that list. He may have already got one. Excuse me. Put Jerry Stone down on that list. He may have already got one, but we'll check. And Craig as well. Yeah, Craig. If we get another one in, I'll just send that to Craig for free for all the work he does for us. Craig does a lot of unwarranted work. Craig even sends me pre-order alerts on Messenger. He is an all-star here on the Collectco crew, and he's in California. Merciful Fate number 9. That's on Red Smoke vinyl. $39.99 for Merciful Fate. Skid Row, Slave to the Grind. Skid Row is a 2LP, orange and black, marbled vinyl. Skid Row, Slave to the Grind, $44.99. $44.99. Skid Row, Slave to the Grind, got a restock of that. Guns N' Roses, live in Argentina, 1993. That's an unofficial. It's on colored vinyl. It's in a trifold sleeve. That's Guns N' Roses, live in Argentina, $64.99. $64.99. So, Merciful Fates from the Metal Blade. Yes, these are all Metal Blade reissues, yes, and I think there's some other ones on pre-order, but pretty much they're putting all of Merciful Fates in catalog, all of Merciful Fates catalog in print. All right, let's go ahead and sell Rolling Stones to William Warback. Our first two auctions both sold for $15. Whitney Houston, which we've already tagged, and then the Rolling Stones is sold to William Warback for $15. All right, so Paul and John have us 5 crates of new vintage arrivals priced. 5 crates of new vintage arrivals, and we've got some auctions pulled. And of course, if you saw the picture earlier, we have some. We have a few metal 7-inch singles to sell. But first, we're going to auction Judas Priest. This is Judas Priest Unleashed in the East. It's a very clean copy. This is going to be a $25 start. Judas Priest Unleashed in the East. EX Plus on the vinyl. Covers a solid VG Plus. That's a $25 start. There's Judas Priest. $25 start. UJ Miller wants Guns N' Roses. That's so to UJ Miller. And we're going to also add Ryan Christie to that Dan Arbach waiting list. I highly doubt we get any more of those, but if we do, it will be a big surprise, because something like that, limited to 500 autographed, I wish I could have secured like 100 of them, but just for record stores in Tennessee, there's a bunch. You count all the ones in Memphis and Nashville and here and then in Knoxville. That's not many for all the record stores, and then all the stores around. There's like 3 record stores in Murfreesboro, so if everybody got 5 or 10, they're probably all gone. Okay, so I got some really cool 7-inch singles here. some really cool 7-inch singles, and we're going to get these up for auction right now. This is a Great White. This is Great White, once bitten, twice shy, 7-inch single. 7-inch single from the UK. Great White, once bitten, twice shy, and Wasted Rock Ranger. That's going to be a, we'll do that for a $15 start. That's Great White, once bitten, twice shy. $15 start, very nice vinyl. It's in the sleeve. I've never had this before. It's from the UK. It's a UK 7-inch single. It's on a white label. I don't think it's a promo, but it's on a white label. That's Great White, once bitten. Very nice vinyl and jacket, and that's a $15 start. That's a 7-inch single with the picture sleeve, as you can see there. $15 start on Great White. So we got all those metal. I've got a handful of metal singles we're going to be putting up for auction. And let me get to that right now. And then let me go through this crate one more time. Let me go through this crate one more time for you. So the Great White is a 1989 UK 7-inch single. All right, so here's what's left in this first crate of new vinyl. Actually, I hadn't finished going through it. Time out. I'm not done yet. Guns N' Roses Unplugged, $38.99. And Barry Seagrave, you was on a waiting list for this. This is on colored vinyl. I think it's either on silver or red vinyl. That's Guns N' Roses Unplugged, 1993, $38.99. Judas Priest, the year. This is a club copy from, well, it has CRC with a barcode. It's from the early 80s. Has a barcode with a club. That's from the early 80s. I don't have an exact year for you, but that's a $25 start. $25 start, and Great White's at $15. We have Skid Row, $34.99. Skid Row is $34.99. That is the first time I've had this. So as you're familiar, they release this Skid Row on colored vinyl as a 2LP, and they released this Skid Row as a 2LP colored vinyl. They made this as a 2LP, but they didn't put it on colored vinyl. I don't really know why, but this is just a single LP, which is the most affordable copy that we can get in print, and that's just Skid Row self-titled black vinyl as a single LP. And this is part of that new release series they're doing, $34.99 for Skid Row. So I've got 2 of those in stock. I always need to keep that album in stock. Whiskey Myers self-titled, $34.99. Whiskey Myers self-titled. I had to order this for a replacement copy for somebody. So if you was waiting for that to come in as a replacement copy, who was that? That was Jeff Johnson. Jeff Johnson was waiting for a replacement copy. Jeff, yours is going to be in on your invoice this week. And we have Mingus Ahum by Charles Mingus. That's on blue vinyl, and that is $24.99. Jeff, I've got one of those pulled. Your replacement copy will be coming to you this week. And Charles Mingus, Jefferson Steel, if you're watching, I got your replacement copy coming as well. Here's an extra one on blue vinyl if anybody would like to purchase it. All right, I'm going to make Judas Priest to buy it now for $25 because I've got 3,000 auctions to get to tonight. So if anybody wants Judas Priest, it's a first come, first serve for $25. Eric Clapton Old Stock. Yes, it didn't come in, so that was pushed back. It was either pushed back or we didn't get any, but I think it was pushed back. This has been a crazy week. I have no idea how these distributors handle all these new. There's been so many new releases. Imagine how many Van Halen boxes across the country were shipped out this week. Packing them and shipping them, and then we're about to pack them and ship them out to other people. So, incredible. Great White's a 1989, very nice UK 7-inch single, once bitten, twice shy. High bid on that is $18 of David Polkey. $18. That's going once, going twice. Quick recap, and then we're going to get into our new vintage stuff. We have Bad Companies, their self-titled debut, clear vinyl, $29.99. The Cars' Greatest Hits, Just What You Needed, red vinyl, $29.99. Rocky Horror Picture Show, red vinyl, $28.99. Van Morrison, Astral Weeks, olive green vinyl, $29.99. The Godfather soundtrack, $33.99. These are all new and sealed. Skid Row, Subhuman Race, $44.99. Bad Company, 10 from 6. That's a Bad Company's Greatest Hits, $29.99. Kiss, Carnival of Souls, $33.99 for Kiss, Carnival of Souls. Merciful Fate, number 9, red smoke vinyl, $39.99. Skid Row, Slave to the Grind, red and black marbled vinyl, $44.99. Guns N' Roses Unplugged, $38.99. Skid Row black vinyl single LP, $34.99. Whiskey Myers, $34.99. And Charles Mingus, $24.99. New bid on Great White, $19. New bid on Great White at $19. Our next album auction is going to be Steve Earle, Early Tracks. Steve Earle, this is Early Tracks. This is near mint. Very nice copy, $35 start. one we don't get too often at all. It does have a punch hole. It has a generic white inner sleeve, $35 start. That's Steve Earle. Let's go ahead and grab our first crate of new vintage. If you haven't already, I'm going to be wearing this out tonight. Make sure you have liked our post on Facebook and make sure you've hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. And of course, if you're new and you haven't already, please make sure you've shared our page. Make sure you've shared our page for sure. Make sure you've liked our page. You can also share it, but also make sure you've liked it. And boy, we got some great stuff in here in this first crate of vintage. I'm taking a peek at it right now. I'm taking a peek. I've already pulled 2 things out the auction. And then I've got some on-sale crates built. I've got 2 $6.99 crates built for tonight. 2 $6.99 crates built for tonight. So hope everybody's ready for that. And let's go ahead and get started with our first crate of new vintage stuff tonight. Great White, David Polkey's back in at 20. Ryan Anderson's out, and David Polkey's back in at 20. So the Great White right now is between David Polkey and Jake Biderman. David Polkey's at 20 on that. Here we go, Jetstream one. $6.99 crates. I've got one already up here, but we got to get through all the new stuff first tonight. Let's go ahead and start showing that. And we have KBC Band. KBC Band's $14.99. That's a special promotional advance 12-inch single, $14.99. $14.99. Also, Aerosmith. Check this out, 12-inch single promo from 1985 from Done with Mirrors. You can definitely tell because it's all written backwards. $14.99, Let the Music Do the Talking. That's near mint, an Aerosmith promo 12-inch single. That's going to get grabbed by one of our many Aerosmith collectors. Night Ranger, 7 Wishes. Night Ranger is $26.99 for 7 Wishes. And Dan Fogelberg's Greatest Hits. Can't go wrong there. Dan Fogelberg's Greatest Hits. That's $9.99. Extremely nice. All right, we have an out on the Great White. Very nice, 1989 UK 7-inch single of Once Bitten Twice Shy. High bid on that is David Polkey for $20. $20 to David Polkey, going twice, going 3 times. And a final call if you want to get a bid in on Steve Earle early tracks. That's a $35 start. Aerosmith is sold to David Polkey. Speaking of David, he was first on that. Chris DiLorenzo was second. Rod Stewart, Passion, 12-inch single promo. Rod Stewart, Passion, 12-inch single promo, double-sided, $9.99. John Entwistle, Too Late the Hero. Too Late the Hero. John Entwistle, $14.99. John Entwistle, the bass player and original member of The Who. Tennessee Woman, Charles Musselwhite Blues Band. Interesting. Never seen that one before. Charlie Musselwhite, Tennessee Woman, a 1969 Pittman press, $29.99. $29.99 for Tennessee Woman, Charles Musselwhite, $29.99. Interesting. Never seen that one before. Let me put that back in there. And we have Brewer and Shipley, Welcome to Riddle Bridge. That's a Brewer and Shipley I don't recall ever seen before. Welcome to Riddle Bridge, $14.99. John Hyatt, Slug Line. John Hyatt is $14.99, Slug Line. All right, let's go ahead and end this first auction, Jake. Great White 7-inch single sold to David Polkey for $20. And if anybody wants the Steve Earle, this is a buy it now for $35. And we still got Judas Priest as a buy it now for $25. So 2 auctions, no bids. They're available as BINs, $25 and $35 if anybody wants in on those. And the worst of Jefferson Airplane, which is Jefferson Airplane's Greatest Hits. It's the opposite of the name of the title. $24.99 for the worst of Jefferson Airplane. All right, like I said, we have some fantastic 7-inch singles here. Our next one is going to be Anthrax. This is Anthrax doing Indians and Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. A random night to have metal singles, but I figured it would encourage a few people to tune in when I made the post. Check this out. Beautiful orange vinyl, Anthrax Indians. And the B-side is Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. They're doing a cover of that. That is in the original picture sleeve, and that's from the UK, and that's a $20 start. Anthrax Indians and Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Anthrax Indians and Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I got the information written on that. That is a 1986 UK single on orange vinyl. Anthrax Up for Bid. So we got some great and very cool metal. I've got about a dozen metal 7-inch singles that I'm going to be running first tonight. Harvest Hits. Harvest Hits is $9.99. This is interesting. It's a harvest of hits. It's got Bonnie Tyler, Kenny Rogers, Marty Robbins, Willie Nelson. Looks like a country sampler, $9.99. Let me go back to the top. Any Maiden yet? G. Michael, which Iron Maiden figure did you want? I've got like 4 different versions of Eddie. Let me know which one you want, and I'll have to, or I can go back there and get them. Do you have any of The Warning? The Warning. That is, what is that? That sounds, I know what that is. What is that? The Warning. Is that Empire or is that Queensryche? Anthrax 2020, 2020, 20, 21, 22, 22, 25, 25. Wow. A lot of bids, 28, 28, and 35. Next is David Gates, Falling in Love Again. David Gates is $9.99. Falling in Love Again. That's David Gates, the lead singer for Bread. President Jimmy Carter, live from the BBC Radio Newcastle. I'm actually going to keep that because I have never seen a Jimmy Carter record and I don't have one in my collection. So that's not for sale. All right, next is I collect presidential records. I've never seen that before. So next, $24.99. That's the fastest I've ever bought anything, isn't it? Supergroup. This is a Warner Brothers promotional 12-inch or a 2 LP sampler. It's called Supergroup. Doobie Brothers, Seals and Croft, John Sebastian, Leon, and Mary Russell. And this is one of those Warner Brothers 2 LP compilation samplers. This is $24.99, $24.99, and that's a Warner Brothers Supergroup Hits compilation, $24.99. All right, so back up to the top. If I've missed anything, just comment it again because the feed's moving fast. Doug Disney's at 36 on Anthrax, Shakedown's out, and we have Jackie Reynolds on Hits. I think that's what Jackie Reynolds wants, right? Yeah, Jackie Reynolds on the Hits. I'm assuming that was the Warner Brothers compilation, right, Jackie? And then Brian C. was next. Or maybe that was Harvester. Hold on a second. I bet she wants Harvest. I keep wanting to say Harvester of Hits. I've got Metallic on my mind. Harvester of Sorrow. Harvester of Hits. Harvest of Hits. Oh my gosh. That's so to Jackie Reynolds, I believe, Jake. And then Brian C. gets the Supergroup compilation. Wow. I need to go listen to Injustice for All right quick. Tom Johnson, Still Feels Good. Tom Johnson's $9.99. Tom Johnson and the Kinks, Word of Mouth, $14.99. The Kinks, Word of Mouth. New Vintage Arrivals. Quick update on the Anthrax single right quick. Doug Disney has this for $36. $36. That is that. Of course I listen to the presidential records. I've listened to probably 50 or 60 different Kennedy spoken word records. I listen to all of them. I listen to them and then I add them to my collection. Do I ever go back and re-listen to them? Probably not, but I will maybe on some Kennedy stuff. But no, I listen to them and then they're just kind of archived in my personal collection. But yeah, and spoken word. I got some pretty odd ones of Lee Harvey Oswald. They were bootlegged after the assassination. They're like spoken. Lee Harvey Oswald appeared on a TV show and he did a radio interview about 3 or 4 months before he assassinated Kennedy. And when those recordings became public, people bootlegged them and put them on vinyl. So they're very, some of them are pretty rare. There's some that's got that whole radio show uncut. Some of them is chopped up and some of them is the whole radio show. And that's the one that's worth the most. So yeah. Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. I probably have 200 or 300 political related and history related records. I've got way too many, but that's something I collect. The Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. This is a Nautilus Superdisc audiophile pressing. Nautilus Superdisc audiophile pressing of the Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. It is near mint. Minute by Minute is near mint. That's a $45 start. $45 start. I will pull you an Iron Maiden. Jake, make a note, Iron Maiden figure for G. Michael Twinton. Okay. Marilyn Manson from a few days ago. Yeah, Marilyn Manson or Marilyn Monroe. A big difference. I think you mean Marilyn Monroe. Though either way, both of them are sold. Bonnie Raitt, Taking My Time. Bonnie Raitt is $9.99. Bonnie Raitt, Taking My Time, and Poussette Dart Band is $9.99. These are New Vintage Arrivals. Another Poussette Dart Band. This is Never Enough. Never Enough is $9.99. And also, Sammy Davis Jr., I've Gotta Be Me. Sammy Davis Jr. is $9.99. I Gotta Be Me. Sammy Davis Jr., $9.99. Jean-Luc Ponty, Imaginary Voyage. Jean-Luc Ponty is $9.99. And The Duke Plays Ellington. Duke Ellington is $9.99. The Duke Plays Ellington, $9.99. Okay, Anthrax is sold. This is sold to Doug Disney for $36. I'm assuming everybody else was done. That's on orange vinyl. That's sold to Doug Disney for $36. Very cool album there. We're looking for a $45 start on this audiophile record, the Doobie Brothers Minute by Minute Nautilus Superdisc $45 start on that. Jetstream gets the Duke Ellington. That's sold to Jetstream. And we have Martha Hoople's Greatest Hits, $19.99. We sold one of these the other night. Martha Hoople's Greatest Hits, $19.99. That is near mint and very nice. All the young dudes. Tommy James and the Shondells, $14.99. This is called Traveling. Tommy James and the Shondells on the roulette label. Let's get another one of those metal 7-inch singles rolling. How about some Motorhead? I have a Motorhead picture disc here. Let me find it and I'll pull it up and we'll sell it. This is a Motorhead 7-inch single picture disc from 1981, and this has the song Motorhead, and over the top, this is a picture disc. This is a picture disc, and it's also a, we'll do this one for, what did we do, Anthrax? 15 or 20. We will do this one right here for a $15 start. We'll do this for a $15 start. This is a Motorhead 7-inch single picture disc. It has Motorhead and over the top. That's a 7-inch picture disc. Very cool. It's in the original plastic, and that is a $15 start. We're at a $20 bid. Okay, next, let's do Crosby, Stills & Nash Allies. Back to the bin of new vintage arrival. This is Crosby, Stills & Nash Allies, $19.99 for Allies. Also, Crosby & Nash Live. That's $19.99. Back-to-back CSN. And Jim Croce, I Got a Name. This looks like a very nice copy in shrink wrap. It is, and it has the original inner sleeve. Jim Croce, I Got a Name. The Doobie Brothers is an audiophile pressing. It's a Nautilus Super Disc of Minute by Minute. It's near mint. We're looking for a $45 start. We have a $20 bid on Motorhead with David Howard. That's going once, going twice. If you want to bid on either one, now's the time. I'm about to make that a buy now, and I'm about to end Motorhead. The Best of the Cal Seals. That's in shrink wrap, $14.99. Best of the Cal Seals. They had the hit song The Rain, the Park, and Other Thing. They also did Hair. Mark Kirker's at $21 on Motorhead. Scorpions, Love at First Sting. The Scorpions is $29.99. Love at First Sting, $29.99 for Love at First Sting. John Cougar Mellencamp, that is $19.99. John Cougar Mellencamp, Jim Croce, did I not say a price? Only $14.99, near mint in the original inner sleeve. Sorry I didn't say the price on that. That's probably why two people's asked. Jetstream, you've got dibs if you wanted. The niece is second. Motorhead's at 21, 22, and now 25. You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, an original MGM musical based on Charles Schultz Peanuts. That's an original, $26.99. Very cool, 1966 Peanuts record, $26.99, $26.99. We have Jetstream says he'll take the Jim Croce. That's so to Jetstream. Let's go ahead and make the Doobie Brothers a buy now. If anybody wants that, it's a BIN for $40. That's the Doobie Brothers Minute by Minute Nautilus Super Disc. Also, we got Steve Earle and Judas Priest still available as buy it now. Denise Harrison says she'll take Charlie Brown. Let's sell that to Denise Harrison. And Motorhead is now at $26 with Mark Kirker. $26 with Mark Kirker. Wow, Rush. A 1984 original 53 Hot Pog press that has a saw mark. It is in shrink wrap and hop sticker though, with the original inner sleeve, and that is $44.99. A very nice copy of Rush, The Body Electric. I love that song. In shrink wrap, $44.99. Susan Bell's going to get the John Cougar. Sell that to Susan Bell, John Cougar, and Rush. Whoa, back-to-back Rush albums. What in the world? $39.99. This looks exceptionally nice. Power Windows. $39.99. Paul just got dizzy. Back-to-back Rush albums. Paul says that came out of nowhere. And he's bringing up more crates of Rush albums. Great. We love Rush. We love Rush. Paul just brought up 2 more crates. That means we all of a sudden have 7 new crates of vintage arrivals to go through. Holy moly. Thank you, Paul. Have a good night. Probably talk to you tomorrow. Jackson Browne, The Pretender. This is a MoFi pressing. Now up for auction. Now up for auction. This is Jackson Browne, The Pretender. This is a near mint MoFi pressing of Jackson Browne, The Pretender. Near mint MoFi pressing. Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. This is a $65 start. Jackson Browne, The Pretender. Very nice MoFi pressing of that. $65 start. Also, wow, Rush Hemispheres. An original Rush Hemispheres picture disc. $49.99. Rush Hemispheres picture disc. That was reissued for Record Store Day, I think, not too long ago. That's an original picture disc, $49.99. All right, if you're done bidding on Motorhead, let me know. Mark Kirker has this for $26 right now. That's a final call, $26 for a final call. Scott Smith on Rush. Scott, you've got pick of the litter. That's Grace Under Pressure, Power Windows, or the Hemispheres picture disc. Johnny Winter, captured live. Johnny Winter is $19.99, captured live. We were so busy today in the store. Paul he's parked across the street, parallel over here to the new storage units that are across the street. Evidently, we were pretty busy. Yeah, he's having to walk across the road to get to his vehicle. My mom texted me about 1 o'clock, and she says, I need some help. We are extremely busy here. And I was like, well, that's good. Everybody's out buying records. Scott Smith gets the Rush picture disc. Jake, that's so does Scott Smith, Rush picture disc. James Rayner, you were second. And Shane Devers is the new high bidder. Shane Devers is the new high bidder on Motorhead for $30. New high bidder for $30. And we have the 10 Commandments. Cecil D. Miles production, the 10 Commandments. That's from 1972, $24.99. I don't know if I've had that too many times, honestly. That is the 10 Commandments soundtrack, $24.99. And we got up for bid another audiophile record, Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab, Jackson Browne the Pretender, looking for a $65 start. Wow, Modern English, $14.99. Modern English, and this one's called, what is this one called? Romance Days, Modern English, $14.99. Modern English, $14.99. Also, Modern English Start, back-to-back Modern English. Those are $14.99 and $14.99. Let's see here. I've got out of bid. I've got out of place. Mark Kirker's out of Motorhead. Shane Devers bid $30. That's now a final call. And Sarah Long wants the 10 Commandments. Sarah Long gets the 10 Commandments, and we have, give me 1 second on something. Okay, sorry. I have to, yeah, we're in the process of removing that person. I had to let Jake know, so. Okay, we have Pandemonium Shadow Show. Pandemonium Shadow Show is sealed from 1983. This is sealed with Hype Sticker with former and current members of the Screamers, Nina Hagen Band, 45 Grave, and the Weirdos. That's featuring Twisted Roots. That's interesting. $29.99, 1983. But sorry, there's some nonsense comments, and I'm being distracted. Some kind of bot or spammer or something's on, and it's been very distracting. But I think we got them removed now. Let's go ahead and sell Shane Devers, the Motorhead, for $30. And we're looking for a $65 start for Jackson Browne, the Pretender. Brent Robley, this is a $65 start. It's a near mint MoFi pressing of the Pretender. $65 start. $65 start on that. All right, we've pulled 10 Commandments. Sorry for the distractions. I got very distracted. And then, of course, Scott Smith got the picture disc, and 10 Commandments, and so does Sarah Long. Brad Bullis says he's in the store today. Yes, that's what my mom said. She's like, she almost said she summoned me for some help almost. So even late in the afternoon. But that's a good thing. Definitely not complaining. Let's auction a Metallica. This is really cool. This is Metallica. Mama Said. I think this is from the Reload or Load era, maybe. This is going to be a $25 start. This is from Load. This is a 7-inch picture disc from their Load era. Check this out. $25 start Metallica. This is a 7-inch picture disc. Metallica, Mama Said, and then the B-side is Ain't My B-I-T-C-H, which is a live track, and that is now up for bid. The picture disc is very nice, near mint in the original plastic sleeve, and the original picture, or the original card or insert that came with it as well. $25 start from Metallica. A picture disc from Load, and that is from the UK. Never had seen that before. That's up for bid for a $25 start. Jackson Browne is at $60, and Ken High stands at $25 on Metallica. Let's see. Got you on that. Okay, next we have John Cougar Mellencamp Scarecrow, $19.99. John Cougar Mellencamp Scarecrow has the original inner sleeve, $19.99. Also, the Cal Seals, 2+2 or 2x2. The Cal Seals is $29.99. We don't get that one too often. The Cal Seals, John Cougar Mellencamp, American Fool. American Fool's $19.99. Some very nice near mint John Cougar albums in here. We've already sold one. And another very nice Jim Croce, The Faces I've Been. That's a 2LP, $22.99. Jim Croce, The Faces I've Been, near mint, $22.99. All right, let's do a big recap of that bin. I feel like I need to go through that one again very thoroughly. Got distracted a couple times. Final call on Jackson Browne to Brent Robley for $60, and the new bid on Metallica is $35 to James Rayner. James Rayner has that for $35. Let's go through this crate one more time. If you need prices, let me know. The KBC band, Night Ranger, 7 Wishes. Just let me know on titles, and I will give you the price. Dan Fogelberg's Greatest Hits. Rod Stewart Passion, 12-inch single. John Entwistle, Too Late the Hero. Charles Musselwhite, Tennessee Woman. Brewer and Shipley, Welcome to Riddle Bridge. John Hyatt, Slugline. John Hyatt, also The Worst of Jefferson Airplane. David Gates, Falling in Love Again. And Tom Johnston, that is $9.99. The Megadeth is not sold. We've sold Anthrax, this Metallica, and one other Motorhead. And we sold one earlier too. I forgot which one that was. But no, we still got the Megadeths. Okay, back up to the top. So Metallica 2535. James Rayner wants Scarecrow and American Fool. He gets both of the John Cougars there. Those are sold to James Rayner. Susan Bell, you were second on American Fool. Bill Sammis wants the Dan Fogelberg's Greatest Hits. Bill, that was $9.99. That's $9.99. So do you. Tom Johnston there. Also the Kinks, Word of Mouth. Bonnie Raitt, Taking My Time. Poussette Dart Band, and Sammy Davis Jr. I've Got to Be Me. Jean-Luc Ponty, Imaginaire Voyage. Mott the Hoople's Greatest Hits. Tommy James, Traveling Band. Crosby, Stills and Nash Allies, and Crosby and Nash Live. Let's also go ahead and sell this to Brent Robley for $60. Let's go ahead and sell that to Brent Robley. I think he's watching without sound. He's at a concert right now. I actually wanted a $65 star for that, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and sell it to him for $60. Sell that to Brent Robley for $60. So we still got the Metallica picture disc. It's at $35. That is at $35. Our next auction is actually going to be a really cool item here. This is a sealed Band on the Run. Sealed Band on the Run from Paul McCartney and Wings. It does have a punch hole, but check this out. It's sealed. And I can tell you from the weight and me feeling it, this is probably the OG press, also the Hype sticker, which includes the inner sleeve and poster. It does have a punch hole. $45 start. Sealed Paul McCartney, Band on the Run. It does have a punch hole, but that is sealed. And if I was a betting man, if you were to crack the seal, that would come back as a 73 pressing. Sealed Band on the Run. $45 start on that. Now, let me show it to the camera. Let me show it to the camera. Final call on the Metallica picture disc. $35 of James Rayner. And let's finish recapping this bin. The Best of the Cal Seal. Scorpions is still available. Love at First Sting. $29.99. This has Rocky Like a Hurricane on it. $29.99. Rush is still available. Rush is still available. Man, Power Windows is so good. Johnny Winter, Captured Live. Modern English. Modern English. I'm surprised those are still there. Also, Pandemonium Shadow Show. Twisted Roots with the former versions. I don't know what that is, but it looks interesting. Sealed, $29.99. Also, the Cal Seals 2x2, and Jim Croce's still available. Jim Croce's still available. James Rayner needs to put back Scarecrow. Which one was Susan Bell wanting? Susan Bell wanted American Fool. So, Susan, unfortunately, he's putting back Scarecrow. If anybody wants that, $19.99. When I come back, I'm doing a final call on Paul McCartney. Jeff McMaster has this for $45. It's sealed. It's sealed. And then I'm definitely ending the Metallica picture disc. So that was our first crate of new vintage arrivals. Paul literally just brought some more stuff up. Let's take a peek at what he just brought up. This looks like the stuff he just brought up, which looks like a check condition bin of amazing titles. And sorry, I've got some allergies starting to kick in, which is never a good thing, especially when I have to get on here and talk every night. But so if I'm sniffling, I apologize in advance. I haven't had allergies all year, knock on wood, or been sick. So, all right, let's go ahead and sell the Metallica picture disc. That's sold to James Rayner for $35. It looks like we have a new bid on Band on the Run. Henry's Choice is at $46. Jeff McMaster, you're out, and Christopher Morris also bid $48. So, new bidders on those. Let's go through this first crate that Paul has marked. And also, there's the sleeve for Band on the Run. Jake will need that here in a minute. There's the sleeve for it. The outer protective sleeve, that is. Let's go ahead and get our next auction started. Let's do another one of these 7-inch singles. We'll do one of the first Megadeths. I really like this one. This is really cool. Symphony of Destruction. One of Megadeth's biggest hits. And this is a 7-inch UK picture disc. Really, really cool here. This is Megadeth Symphony of Destruction. 7-inch picture disc. $25 start. It's a 1992 limited edition picture disc. Has Mustaine there on the front. $25 start. Great song. One of the ones that's impossible not to bang your head to, right? Sympathy of Destruction. Look how cool this is. $25 start, Megadeth, and the B-side is In My Darkest Hour. That's really cool. There's a very nice protective sleeve for it, and it comes in the original plastic. Comes in the original plastic, special limited edition, Dave Mustaine picture disc, featuring previously unavailable live track In My Darkest Hour. And that's, of course, from the UK. That is now up for bid. David Howard is in at $30. Band on the Run's at $50 and now $51. Let's go through this new crate of vintage arrivals. First, we have Chet Atkins. Chet Atkins is a VG Plus, $9.99. Chet Atkins, that's an RCA Camden label. VG Plus, $9.99. Elvis the Sun Sessions. This is a very cool release. It's all of Elvis's original Sun Sessions. EX condition, $19.99, and that's in mono. That's in mono. Megadeth's at $30, $35, and now $40. We have Collector's Records of the 50s and 60s, Volume 4. EX condition, $9.99. Collector's Records of the 50s and 60s. EX condition, $9.99. And Jerry Lee Lewis, Original Golden Hits, Volume 1. That's on the Sun label, and that is EX $9.99. Goodness gracious. Great Balls of Fire. Whole lot of shaking going on. EX condition, $9.99. Band on the Run. Let's give an update. Henry's Choice was at $51. Jeff McMaster and Christopher Morris, let me know if you want back in. Sealed, Band on the Run. Hype sticker, it does have a punch hole. It is a punched hold record. That is at $51. Megadeth was at $30, $35, $40, and now $45 with George Somers. Josie Sinkbell wants the Elvis, and Christopher Morris wants Jerry Lee Lewis. Those are both sold. Some classic rock and roll going out the door there. Discharge, Grave New World. Discharge is EX $19.99. It's a promo cover damage. Has some cover damage here. That might be from that metal collection we picked up. EX condition, $19.99. Discharge, Grave New World. I don't know if that is 1986 profile label. I'm not for sure. But either way, it's EX $19.99. Folk Songs of Our Land, Flat and Scruggs. VG Plus condition, $9.99 for Flat and Scruggs. Lester Flat and Earl Scruggs. That is on the original Columbia 2i label. VG Plus, $9.99. VG Plus, $9.99. And The Best of Charlie Pride, Volume 2. EX condition, $9.99. The Best of Charlie Pride. EX condition, $9.99. So Megadeth was at $45. Jeff's back in on Paul McCartney at $52. Christopher's out, so Paul McCartney's between Jeff and Henry's Choice, it looks like. Shane Devers is the new high bidder on Megadeth at $50. That's with Shane Devers at $50. Excuse me. Jackie Reynolds wants the Flat and Scruggs. And Christopher Morris wants the Charlie Pride, selling some classic country and bluegrass, too. All kinds of genres tonight. We've had punk rock, we've had metal, we've had bluegrass, we've had country, we've had soundtracks. That's what I like to see. I like a wide variety. Speaking of country, the Patsy Cline Story. This is a pretty good essential compilation of her music. VG Plus, $16.99, and that's a 2LP in shrink wrap. It's in VG Plus condition, $16.99. By the way, Paul McCartney's at $55, Jeff was at $54, and Megadeth is now at $50 with Shane Devers. He's at $50 on that, and Jeff and Masters at $57. VG Plus, $14.99. This is a 1994 hardcore indie EP. VG Plus, $14.99. Let me figure out, is this the title of it? Universal Order of Armageddon? Universal Order of Armageddon. Gravity 12, I think that's the label. VG Plus, $14.99. 1994 hardcore indie EP. Interesting. VG Plus, $14.99. Duke Ellington and his orchestra, Mood Indigo. Duke Ellington's a 2LP in shrink wrap. VG Plus, $9.99. VG Plus, $9.99. And the United States Army Band, Pershing's Own, Washington, D.C., Colonel Samuel Laboda, leader and commanding officer, VG Plus, $9.99. The high bid on the Megadeth single is with, this is a Megadeth Sympathy of Destruction picture disc. Shane Devers has the high bid at $50. Shane Devers is the high bidder at $50. That's going once, going twice to him. Several other people have bid. Then we also have a sealed original Paul McCartney, Band on the Run. That was at $54, $55, $57, and then $60. And then $60. And then Duke Ellington is sold to Jetstream. Duke Ellington on Jetstream. Duke Ellington on Jetstream. Next is A Session with Chet Atkins. I don't know if I've seen that one too many times. EX Condition, $12.99. EX Condition, $12.99. A Session with Chet Atkins. A Session with Chet Atkins. EX Condition, $12.99. And Elvis Presley, VG Plus, $29.99. That's a 77 stereo copy. A 77 stereo copy, VG Plus, $29.99. That's Elvis Presley, self-titled, VG Plus, $29.99. All right, George Somers out. Thank you for letting me know. Final call, Shane Devers, $50. Final call to Shane Devers, $50 on the Megadeth. Final call. Paul McCartney's a 61. Chris, if you're willing to forego your Dan Arbach autograph, we will make a note of that, and I will make sure it gets to Craig for zero cost. Zero cost to you, and zero cost to him. Henry's Choice, when you're bidding, Mr. Henry's Choice, please make sure you put PM for Paul McCartney for 2 reasons. That way other bidders know what you're bidding on, and I know what you're bidding on, but it helps us know what you're bidding on. So when you're bidding on Paul McCartney, make sure you put PM for Paul McCartney, or BOTR for Band on the Run, but PM will be just fine. That way I know what you're bidding on. But we'll make a note. Chris DiLorenzo on his, just put down Chris DiLorenzo autograph Craig, and I'll know what you're talking about there. Jake's going to make me a sticky note reminder. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits, VG Plus, $17.99. Chuck Berry's Golden Hits, VG Plus, $17.99 for Chuck Berry's Golden Hits. And Television's Greatest Hits, 65 TV themes, VG Plus condition, $14.99. All right, and Megadeth is sold to Shane Devers for $50. Paul McCartney's a final call to Jeff McMaster for $61. Jeff McMaster is at $61. And then Henry's Choice, let me know if you're bidding. And if you are, make sure you put PM in the comments so I know what you're bidding on. Because you're bidding on YouTube and other people's watching on Facebook, sometimes it's kind of hard for us to keep up with that. So our next single is going to be an Iron Maiden, actually. I know somebody asked about this earlier. This is Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight, 7-inch single. I believe it's also from the UK. It is. It's a 1984 UK release, and this is on, this is Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight. Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight. This is a $20 start. Very nice 7-inch single. Rainbow's Gold is the B-side. Silver Injection labels. Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight. $20 start on that. There's the picture sleeve. Iron Maiden. That's now up for bid. Okay, so now he's out on Paul McCartney. Sealed, Band on the Run. Final call. Final call, Jeff McMaster, $61. Let's get back to the bin. We have Ray Charles, Rock and Roll. That's a mono reissue, EX 2299. That is in mono. It is a 180-gram reissue, it feels like. Feels like 180 gram to me. EX 2299. Maidens at 20, and 20. Rush is a club copy. EX condition, $46.99. EX condition, $46.99. That's Rush 2112. EX condition, $46.99. $46.99. And Fleetwood Mac, Mystery to Me. Fleetwood Mac is VG Plus condition, $17.99. Mystery to Me, VG Plus commission, $17.99. Also, welcome to Columbia Country. 20 great country stars and 20 great performers. EX $14.99. This is in shrink wrap. That's a Columbia 20-track country compilation. That is $14.99. All right, Paul McCartney is sold to Jeff McMaster for $61. Iron Maiden's 20, 25, and now 26 has the heavy metal soundtrack already been on the show. I don't recall ever advertising a heavy metal soundtrack. Where did you see that at? Because I have not posted that anywhere, nor do I have one, I don't think, unless I've done it in my sleep. We have Echo and the Bunnymen. Very nice copy. $45 start, Echo and the Bunnymen. This is Echo and the Bunnymen. Echo and the Bunnymen. In shrink wrap with the original inner sleeve. Near mint minus. Top copy. $45 start. Shrink wrap, inner sleeve. Echo and the Bunnymen. $45 start. $45 start. So, we had Iron Maiden at 25, then 26. Denise Harrison wants Fleetwood Mac. Denise Harrison gets the Fleetwood Mac. Next was Jeff McMaster on the Country Comp. That's so to Jeff McMaster. Chris is out on Iron Maiden. And we have Alice Cooper, Zipper Catches Skin. Alice Cooper is in EX condition, $22.99. EX condition, $22.99. Alice Cooper, Zipper Catches Skin. Iron Maiden's now at 26. We got two different people bidding on Iron Maiden. Make that 3. Echo and the Bunnymen's a $45 start. This is Christ on a Crutch. That is EX $24.99, 1991 red vinyl. This is EX $24.99, new Red Archives label. Crime Pays When Pigs Die, EX $24.99. Some hardcore stuff there for sure. Red vinyl, $24.99. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, Texas Flood, EX condition, $56.99. That is $56.99. Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble, Texas Flood. Iron Maiden is at 26, now 27, then 27, then 28, then 28. Craig Thomas gets COC or COANCO, Christ on a Crutch. That's so to Craig Thompson. And Mississippi Joe Callicott, Blues Masters Volume 6 in shrink wrap, EX condition, $27.99. EX condition, $27.99. Blues Masters Volume 6, Mississippi Joe Callicott. I feel like you got to say that pretty fast for it to make sense. It's like me saying pizzazz last night. If you don't say it quick enough, it don't make sense. If you break it down to 2 syllables, it sounds kind of odd, Jake. Let me take a drink of some water right quick. I didn't even mute my mic. How disrespectful. All right, we got 2 auctions going still, so I'll leave those running. Echo and the Bunnymen, we're looking for a $45 start. Near mint shrink wrap. If it doesn't get a bid, we'll make it a buy it now. Devo, New Traditionalist. Devo is in EX condition, $27.99. A 1981 Allied pressing of Devo, New Traditionalist. Looks like it has the original inner sleeve. EX on the vinyl, $27.99. Devo. What does this say? Sperm Birds, Something to Prove. Is that what that says? Yep, that's what that says. Something to Prove. VG Plus, $26.99. A 1988 US press, and that is a punk record. $26.99. Sperm Birds, Something to Prove. VG Plus, $26.99. What an interesting name. Tough Darts. That's a VG copy for $9.99. Tough Darts. VG, $9.99. And Creedence Clearwater Revival, Mardi Gras. VG Plus condition, $26.99. Iron Maidens at 28, 28, 29, 32, 33, 35, 36. Shane Devers has it for $36. Boy, this is heavy. It's Wilco, The Whole Love. Wilco is EX $49.99. It's an original 2011 US press. EX $49.99 for Wilco, an original 2011 press. I'm going to go ahead and make Echo and the Bunnymen a buy it now for $45 if anybody wants it. I started that one much less than I would have originally stickered it for, but it's a buy it now if anybody wants it. $45. Jeff McMaster was first. Jake, that's a buy it now for $45. Iron Maiden's now at $39. And we have the Mothers. I don't know if I've ever seen one with the sticker on it like that. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. And this is a 1968 US press with the original insert. VG Plus condition, $54.99. Bob Dixon's at $39 Maiden. Does it have the bonus 7-inch? I don't think so. Paul probably would have put a note if it did. I'm seeing an insert and inner sleeves. I'm not seeing a bonus 7-inch. I'm not seeing that in here, Craig. I'm not seeing that in here. Okay, and then we have Fleetwood Mac Future Games. Don't get that one as often as we do their other titles. VG Plus condition, $14.99. Also, Rush Hemispheres, EX, $34.99. Rush Hemispheres, that's EX condition, $34.99. A 1985 US reissue. EX condition, $34.99. Bob Dixon's out on Iron Maiden. So is G. Michael, and Shane Devers has a 40 final call. The CCR Mardi Gras, that is $26.99, Wayne. VG Plus condition. VG Plus condition. All right, and Iron Maiden is at 40 with Shane Devers. 40 with Shane Devers. Let me make sure. G. Michael, once you kind of say out, I can't let you bid again. So I've got to stick with Shane at $40. Make sure if you're done bidding in the future, make sure if you're done bidding, you are done. because once we kind of say out, we have to be out for good. All right, we have a 1984 UK copy of Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward. This is a $65 start. Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward. This is something we'd never get in. $65 start. It's an original 1984 UK copy with the original inner sleeve. Very nice cover, and that's a $65 start. Depeche Mode, Some Great Reward. Very, very nice copy from the UK, 1984 UK. That's a $65 start. Wayne Carr gets the CCR Mardi Gras. We have a final call on Iron Maiden, 2 Minutes to Midnight. That's with Shane Devers at $40, and it's a final call. Final call. Let's go through this crate one more time. I'm going to go through these very quickly, not much left. Chet Atkins, VG Plus $9.99. Collector's Records of the 50s and 60s, Volume 4, EX $9.99. We also had Discharge, Grave, New World, the Patsy Cline Story. Also, Universal Order of Armageddon, the United States Army Band, a session with Chet Atkins, Elvis Presley self-titled, Chuck Berry's Golden Hits. We have Television's Greatest Hits, Ray Charles Rock and Roll, Rush 2112, Alice Cooper Zipper Catch a Skin, Stevie Ray Vaughan Texas Flood, Mississippi Joe Calicut, Devo. That was Sperm Birds, Tough Darts, Mothers of Invention, Wilco, Fleetwood Mac, and Rush, Hemispheres. That's what was left in that bin. Let's go ahead and sell Iron Maiden to Shane Devers for $40. Depeche Mode has a bid with Stephen Freyu for $65, and Chris Jack wants PC. And PC for Chris Jack was Patsy Cline. That's so to Chris Jack. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. We have another 7-inch single coming up from Megadeth. This is Megadeth, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and Different Breed. Megadeth, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and Different Breed. No More Mr. Nice Guy, and Mr. Breed. And this is a 1989 UK 7-inch single, Megadeth, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and Mr. Breed. This is a solid EX condition. Very nice, solid EX. Does have a couple scuffs on it. There's a couple scuffs here and they're non-feelers. We're going to call that a solid EX, and that's No More Mr. Nice Guy. The sleeve is about a VG or VG Plus. You do see some wear noticeable on that. We're going to start that for $15. That's another release, though, we have never had, though. That's a $15 start. $15 start, and that is Megadeth, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and Different Breed, 7-inch. And it does have a little bit of a split down here. So the vinyl's a solid EX, and the sleeve is about a VG. That's a $15 start. Don't get that too often, though. Okay, back up to the top. Chris Jack, we pulled Patsy Cline. We have, that was Alice Cooper, Zipper Catch a Skin, EX condition, $22.99. Denise Harrison wants Fleetwood Mac. Sherry Darnell gets Wilco. And I think we're good to go on this one. I'm going to set this behind me. If anybody else wants anything, let me know. Let me read Eddie Manning's comment, though, right quick. Let's see. Okay, so here's how shipping works. Let me give another update for everybody. I did it when the show first started, and we have, as y'all notice, for those that watch every night, a lot of people hop on and ask about shipping. So let me explain how that works. We have somebody here shipping essentially every day, and especially Monday through Friday. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 people shipping. We have a lot of orders. And the amount of stuff from last week is insane, most ever. Also, we have done Kiss Night, where we have all this other merchandise. But long story short, if you've paid, it will ship whenever you receive a tracking number. Give us a day, give us 2 days. Sometimes you might have to give us 3 or 4 days. Sometimes I see messages come in and somebody's like, when will my order ship? And they paid 3 hours ago. And I'm like, well, you might get a tracking number in 24, 48 hours. But we have this insane amount of orders, plus doing all the Kiss merchandise. Like I said, somebody bought like 2 records, a Kiss board game, 3 cassettes, 2 Funkos, and a poster. And we're literally trying to, back there, we're going through all of our boxes, and we're trying to figure out how to get all this packed. And Doug, our shipping and logistics manager, has also been on vacation this week. So he's enjoying his time off, which also means we were 1 person short shipping this week. So basically, we'll try to get it shipped as
fast as possible. And it will ship once you receive a tracking number. If you get a tracking number, that means it's on its way to you. If you haven't got a tracking number, there's no reason to message us, so you don't have to email us. It's in queue. We're waiting to pack it up, we promise. We have it back there. It's in probably a crate ready to be packed up. And that's when then we'll send that. So, also, invoices. We had 2 people message the store today, just like George Somers, and they said, I haven't got an invoice. Make sure you're checking your email and you go through your junk folder. Most of our invoices are sent out automatically now. They're automated, and they go to your email, whatever email that we have on file for you. We don't usually send a lot of them manually anymore to Messenger. Those go to your email because at the end of the week, once we create all the invoices, we can click one button and it sends. So if you haven't got a tracking number, that means your order has not shipped. It's still somewhere in the back, and it's in queue, in line with everybody else. And we do a first come, first paid basis. So if you paid and then somebody else pays and then somebody else pays, your order will be shipped first. So if you hadn't got a tracking number, we hadn't shipped it. You just have to give us some more time. That's how shipping works here at Colecco. We ship whatever comes out first, but keep in mind, every week we have hundreds of orders. So, and this stuff is requiring stuff to put in boxes. And if y'all have ever dealt with shipping stuff, it's very time consuming. We have 2 full-time employees and a part-time employee who ships 5-7 days a week, and it's everything we can do to get everything out. It's amazing. So props to Amazon, who has 2,000 people right down the road in one warehouse packing stuff up, or 10,000 people. That's why Amazon's always wanting to hire, because they have, imagine how many orders Amazon gets. Man, I've looked at videos of those sorting facilities, and I'm like, how in the world do they do that? It's insane, isn't it, Jake? It's insane. Stephen Freyu, he's the only bidder on Depeche Mode at $65. Stephen Freyu's the only bid right now on Depeche Mode at $65. That's a final call. And then Megadeth, let me get everybody updated on that. Megadeth was at 15. Chris Wood Sr. bid 15. Jared Benoit bid 15. Shane Devers bid 30 on Megadeth. Jared Benoit bid 40. Shane Devers bid 50. Jeff McMaster wanted to know the price on the Sperm Birds. Jeff McMaster, the price on the Sperm Birds was VG Plus $26.99. It does have radio station markings. VG Plus $26.99. So we have Jeff Brindley says, I'll take the Alice Cooper. Let's pull that for Jeff Brindley. That's the Alice Cooper Zipper Catches Skin. That's sold to Jeff Brindley. Next is Megadeth out. Okay, so let's update everything. We are about to sell the Depeche Mode. This is Megadeth, No More Mr. Nice Guy, and Different Breed. And the high bid on that is Shane Devers at $50. High bid's $50. And Depeche Mode is about to be sold to Stephen Freyu. Okay, so, but yeah, last week, where we're doing these Kiss nights, that has really slowed us down, because like I said, there's people who have bought, you know, they've bought a set of shot glasses, 3 records, 2 cassettes, and a poster, and we have to figure out how to pack all that up. Normally, it goes a lot faster with just albums and 45s, but not these last 2 weeks. And plus, we had a bigger Kiss night this Tuesday, so bear with us. Sorry for all the distractions, but Eddie says, I've never received tracking. Then we're sending it to you somewhere. It's either going to your email or Facebook Messenger, and you're not getting it. So, but I'm not for sure. Okay, new vintage arrivals. New vintage arrivals. So you don't mess around with Jim Croce. VG Plus condition, $9.99. Also, for future reference, I rarely stop the sale like that and answer questions. So I rarely stop the show. If you ever have a question, just message the page. Tanner answers messages all day long. Sometimes Doug replies to them. Sometimes Ed replies to them. Sometimes I reply to them. Sometimes Paul replies to them. But we answer messages all day, and it's also everything we can do. 4 or 5 people answering or sending us messages. So keep in mind, we're working on that too. Jetstream gets Jim Croce. So I only ask for one thing, patience. I ask for one thing, patience. James Gang rides again. VG Plus condition for James Gang rides again. James Gang VG Plus $14.99. That's James Gang rides again. The Doobie Brothers, what were once vices are now habits. VG Plus condition, $9.99. This is the Doobie Brother, what were once vices are now habits. VG Plus $9.99. All right, Depeche Mode. Let's go ahead and get some new auctions started. Get back on track here. This is sold to Stephen Free You, Jake, for $65, and Megadeth is sold to Shane Devers for $50. Those are sold and sold. Steely Dan, Asia, VG condition, $14.99. Steely Dan, Asia, and Country Joe and the Fish, Greatest Hits. That's a VG, $9.99. Ken, I don't know what happened to your White Snake. I'm not really aware of that situation, but I'm sure it's back there in the back somewhere, probably between somebody else's records, and it will show up in the next week or two. Sometimes when things get misplaced, Ken, I saw your messages today. There's no update on it, so there won't be until we locate it, really. So sometimes these things get misplaced back there, and it is just no telling. It may not ever show up. It may have been sent. There's no telling. There is absolutely no telling where that record is. So we have Motorhead. This is called Iron Fist. This is on red translucent vinyl. Motorhead, Remember Me When I'm Gone, and Iron Fist. This is in about VG Plus condition. This is in about VG Plus condition. It's got a really nice sleeve to it. Really nice sleeve. The sleeve is equally, or if not better, than the vinyl, and that's going to be a $15 start. That's going to be a $15 start. That's Iron Maiden, Iron Fist on red vinyl. Iron Maiden is a $15 start. VG Plus or better vinyl and a solid. It's really hard, these colored vinyl, for me to grade them. It's harder to grade colored vinyl. I'm going to call it VG Plus to be on conservative side. All right, next new comment was little patience, just like Guns N' Roses. That's right. Next is Chuck asked how much James Gang was. James Gang is VG Plus $14.99. VG Plus $14.99. Motorhead is at $15, $15, $30, and Dire Straits Making Movies. Dire Straits Making Movies. EX condition $26.99. Has the original inner sleeve. EX condition $26.99. Motorhead's at $30, $35, and now $40. Iron Fist, that's now up for auction. 7-inch red vinyl. The Hughes Corporation, Freedom for the Stallion. Don't Rock the Boat Baby. This is on here. Rock the Boat. EX $14.99. I guess he says rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. It's kind of condescending, isn't it? Is he saying rock the boat or don't rock the boat? The Hughes Corporation. Our next auction is going to be a Bon Jovi interview picture disc. Let's start this for $1. $1. This is Bon Jovi interview picture disc from the UK. Double-sided. It's got some cool shots of Bon Jovi there on it. This is now up for bid for a $1 start. $1 start. Sarah Long says she got Country Joe. I think I forgot to pull that. Did I do that right, Jake? Sarah Long, CJ. Sarah Long got Country Joe. Yes. Country Joe and the Fish. That's sold to Sarah Long. Got it. Hughes Corporation. And then Josh wants to know about the hardcore record from the last spin. We still have the Sperm Birds and then the hardcore. That was the... you're talking about the Universal Armageddon, right? Let me find that. You're talking about this right here. Universal Order of Armageddon, 1994 Hardcore Indie EP. VG Plus condition, $14.99. Universal Order of Armageddon, VG Plus, $14.99. Mark Quorum got Hughes Corporation, Bon Jovi's at $10 and now $15. And then Iron Maiden's at $50 with Shane Devers. He's going all in on these. He's like, you got to outbeat me if you want them. $50 on that. Mark Quorum gets the Hughes Corporation. That's sold to Mark Quorum. Bon Jovi's at $10 and $15. And Elton John, Captain Fantastic, VG Plus condition, $14.99. Elton John, Captain Fantastic, VG Plus, $14.99. Grand Funk Survival, VG Plus, $19.99. And this has the poster with it. This has the poster, actually photos, not the poster. This has the original photos that came with it. VG Plus, $14.99. George is back in on Motorhead for $55. Corey Gaston gets the Elton John. That's sold to Corey Gaston. Bon Jovi's at $15 with Patty Anderson Williams. G. Michael, You're Out. That's at $15. That's an interview picture disc. Donovan's Greatest Hits, EX Condition, $12.99. Donovan's Greatest Hits, EX Condition, $12.99. Jethro Tull Aqualung, a VG copy for $14.99, an original gatefold. Bon Jovi's at $16. Shane Devers, You're Outbid on Motorhead. 10 Years After, VG copy for $9.99. G. Michael's back in on Bon Jovi for $16. Elton John, his self-titled first album, VG Condition on the vinyl, $14.99. VG Condition on the vinyl. It does have a braille strip on the cover. The vinyl's in VG, $14.99. Elton John, self-titled, his debut American album. Chicago is EX Condition, $17.99. There is some writing. Pat Cashin wrote his name on the cover probably 50 years ago. This does have the insert booklet with it. And this is Chicago self-titled. It's actually their second album. This actually folds out to a poster. There's Robert Lamb. There's Peter Cetera. There's Terry Kath. Chicago. All right. No problem, Josh. If anybody does want the Universal Order of Armageddon, it's available, VG Plus, $14.99. You're never wasting my time if you're asking about a record. No time wasted here. We have the Strawberry Statement soundtrack, VG Plus Condition, $14.99. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Crosby, Stills & Nash, Neil Young, Buffy Santamarie, and Thunderclap Newman, VG Plus, $14.99. Jetstream first on the Elton John debut. Motorhead is now Shane Devers for $56. Mr. Somers, You're Out, and that's going three times to Shane. New bid on Bon Jovi, Patty Anderson Williams now has that for $17. Next is the Lovin' Spoonful in Woody Allen's What's Up Tiger Lily. That's EX Condition, $12.99. The Lovin' Spoonful. Also, the best of Roberta Flack. That's in EX Condition, $17.99. George Somers is at $57 on Motorhead. That's Iron Fist, red vinyl 7-inch single. G. Michael's out on Bon Jovi. Nicky Hopkins, The Tin Man Was a Dreamer. Nicky Hopkins on keys, EX $12.99. Nicky Hopkins and John Mayall is EX Condition $26.99. That's John Mayall, 10 Years Are Gone. All right, so final call on Bon Jovi, $17, and Shane Devers, You're Outbid on Motorhead, FYI. The Moody Blues, 7th Sojourn, that's in VG Condition, $9.99 for the Moody Blues 7th Sojourn. Also, another Warner Brothers compilation. Sampler. VG Condition on this one, $12.99. Artists include Joni Mitchell, Mothers of Invention, Jethro Tull, Neil Young, The Kinks, The Everly Brothers, Jimi Hendrix Experience. That is all on there, and others. VG $12.99. Brian C. wants LS. LS was Lovin' Spoonful. That is sold to Brian C. Corey, you were second on Elton John, and Shane Devers is back on Motorhead. I'm about to sell Bon Jovi for $17 to Patty Anderson Williams. If anybody else wants to bid, you have limited time left. Ted Nugent, Free For All, VG Plus Condition, $9.99. The Rolling Stones, Sticky Fingers, VG for $16.99. Original zipper cover, looks like an older, if not first pressing on that one. Sticky Fingers, let me see if there's any marks. Well, it's in VG Condition, but I'm curious if that mark was on there from the zipper. I don't actually see one on here. But that is VG Condition, $16.99. GC Colleton will take the Ted Nugent, and G. Michael gets the Rolling Stones. Christopher Morris, you were second. Jeff third on that. All right. George is also out on Motorhead, so I'm going to be wrapping that up. $60 to Shane Devers. Bon Jovi is sold to Patty Anderson Williams for $17. I'm going to go ahead and be grabbing our next auction. And when I'm done introducing the next auction, I'm going to end Motorhead, unless anybody else has bid. Our next auction is going to be the Rolling Stones. This is Beggar's Banquet, actually a Japanese pressing of Rolling Stones' Beggar's Banquet. We just sold one Stones. Here's another one. Your typical near mint minus and pristine Japanese quality. This is a 1980 pressing. Kind of an off-blue London Japanese label there. $45 start. Extremely nice vinyl, your typical near mint minus and pristine. It does include a Japanese booklet with it, Beggar's Banquet. Don't get this one as often, on Japanese vinyl. Gatefold with Obi, very nice cover, $45 start on that, Rolling Stones. All right, and now Motorhead is sold. Motorhead is sold to Shane Devers for $60. So there's Stones, that's up for bid. And I think I have another metal 7-inch single over here, this time from one of the, AC/DC, if I could get my words. This is Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution. This is also from the UK. It's a 1980 UK 7-inch single, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution, and Hell's Bells. Hell's Bells. This is in about VG condition. Actually, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution is about VG plus, and Hell's Bells is about VG. $15 start. $15 start, also about a VG sleeve. Never had that before. Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution, Hell's Bells, $15 start on that. Very cool. AC/DC. We'll call that overall a VG copy. Ken High stands at 15. Christopher's at 15. G. Michael's at 15. Back to the bin. Fleetwood Mac Rumors, VG copy. And original? It's on the original label, copy of Rumors. VG copy, $14.99. Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Also, Buffalo Springfield, VG copy, $14.99 for Buffalo Springfield. VG, $14.99. For what it's worth, VG, $14.99. And Ruben and the Jets, Frank Zappa, VG condition, $24.99 for Ruben and the Jets. AC/DC's at 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, 17, 20. Jetstream first to Fleetwood Mac. Corey Gaston was second. We have another $20 bid on AC/DC. Final call if you want to get a bid in on Rolling Stones' Beggar's Banquet for $45 before I make that a buy now. Bruce Springsteen, The River, in shrink wrap. The vinyl, though, is in VG condition, $14.99 for Bruce Springsteen, The River. Mariah Carey, her 1990 full album, a Carrollton press, VG, $39.99. Carol Puckett, The Rolling Stones, is a 1980 Japanese pressing. The sleeve is a solid VG Plus or EX gatefold, of course. Has the Obi. It has the Japanese insert booklet, and the vinyl is near mint pristine. That's a 1980 Japanese pressing of Beggar's Banquet. Looking for a $45 starting bid. AC/DC is now at 30 with Christopher Morris. That is the full album. Usually Mariah Carey stuff on vinyl is 12-inch singles. That's the full album, her debut from 1990. REO Speedwagon Live, you get what you play for. VG, $14.99. Also Mott, like Mott the Hoople, Shouting and Pointing. That's a white label promo, $22.99. White label promo, $22.99. And the Kinks' Greatest Hits, a VG copy, $14.99. The Kinks' Greatest Hits, VG copy, $14.99. All right. So let me take a drink of water first. All righty. Buy it now, $45 if anybody wants it. That's a no bid for the Rolling Stones Beggar's Banquet. First come, first serve on that. And I usually don't say it this late in the show, but I told y'all I'd wear everybody out on this. If you're a first-time or, if you're a first-time buyer, let me give those instructions. But what I meant to say was, if you haven't already, please like our post. I've been trying to do some experiments with Facebook's algorithms. It's really hard to get anybody to share the feed. But if you haven't already, hit the thumbs up, the like button on Facebook, and like it on YouTube. I'm trying to do some experiments to see if that actually helps the algorithm. We have over 20,000 followers on our page, and throughout the course of a big live stream, we have several thousand different viewers. I know at any given time there's 150 or 350 people watching, but throughout the course, we actually have very consistently in the thousands of viewers, and if I could get everybody to like our post, a lot of people who follow our page don't even see our live streams. They forget about them. They forget we have them every night, and they never pop up in our feed. So the more people who like this post actually will get it pop up, and they'll see it. So AC/DC was at 25, AC/DC 30. Carol Puckett was first to claim the Stones. Carol Puckett got that, Jake, for $45. Ken Highstand, you were second. Carol Puckett was first to that buy it now, and Jeremy Vite gets to Mariah Carey. Jeremy Vite gets to Mariah Carey. So that's a buy it now for $45. Mariah Carey is so to Jeremy. I'm just going to read the titles that's left in here, and I'm also going to go ahead and wrap up AC/DC. Christopher Morris has that for $30. Final call. Ken, you're second, and if you want back in, let me know. $30 on that. Actually, Ken's already said out, so that's a true final call on that. Here's what's left in this bin. James Gang rides again. If you need prices, just ask. I'll stop and let you know. James Gang rides again. The Doobie Brothers, Steely Dan Aja, Dire Straits Making Movies, Grand Funk Survival, Donovan's Greatest Hits, Jethro Tull Aqualung, 10 Years After, Chicago, Chicago, Strawberry Statement, The Best of Roberta Flack, Nicky Hopkins, John Mayall, Moody Blues, another Warner Brothers sampler, Buffalo Springfield, Reuben and the Jets, Bruce Springsteen, The River, REO Speedwagon, Mott, and the Kinks' Greatest Hits. AC/DC is sold to Christopher Morris for $30. That's sold to Christopher Morris for $30. All righty, let me step over here, and I got all kinds of new Japanese pressings for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and be getting our next auctions ready. We got plenty more of new vintage rivals to go through. Plenty of new vintage rivals to go through. But let me grab a couple new Japanese pressings. There's one, there's two, there's three, and I'll go ahead and grab these two. All right, so looks like some very nice Japanese pressings here. Jake, we'll probably need new sleeves to put these in after we sell them. Always put these in new sleeves. And how much for Reuben? Reuben the Jets, that was a VG copy for $24.99. Has the sticker on it that says the Mothers of Invention. VG on that. So let me set that behind us. I do have some on-sale crates ready for tonight. I've already got one up here that's going to be everything in it for $6.99. But first, I'm going to try to go through all of our new vintage stuff. Wow, this looks like some good titles Paul's got ready for us here. Let's go ahead and take a peek on those. So let's see what we have here. We have new vintage arrivals. And let's go ahead and get some new Japanese auctions going. First is Boz Scaggs Hits. Now, I don't think this came with an Obi. I think it came just like this with a hop sticker. I don't think this one actually came with an Obi. I think the sticker is the Obi. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. Looks unplayed and untouched. From Japan, Boz Scaggs Greatest Hits. That's a $35 start. Very, very nice copy. It has the original inner sleeve, has all of his great songs on it, a 2-page Japanese insert, and the cover is also near mint in shrink with that sticker. That's a $35 start for Boz Scaggs Hits. I'll get another auction started in just a second. First, new vintage arrivals. Tom Petty, live, Pack Up the Plantation, $34.99. 2 LP near mint and the original inner sleeves. Jethro Tull, A Passion Play, $21.99. This is a gatefold and it comes with the book there. $21.99, Jethro Tull, A Passion Play. There's two very nice looking albums to start off this bin. Tom Petty and Jethro Tull. And Sweetbacks, Bad as Zong. If you kind of sound it out like that, it don't sound as bad, right? That is sealed for $54.99, featuring Brer Soul and Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's from Stax, and it's sealed, $54.99. Very cool. Very cool, and I think that is a film of Melvin Van Peebles, the original soundtrack cast album. $54.99, that is sealed. Boz Scaggs, a $35 start. And we have Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. Wow, and I don't know if I've ever had that soundtrack. Very nice condition too, $24.99. The Voyage Home, Star Trek 4 soundtrack, $24.99. Our next Japanese auction is going to be the classic and original Grease soundtrack, also a $35 start. Grease, John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. High quality Japanese pressing here, $35 start, soundtrack to Grease. There's both LPs. There's the 2-page Japanese flip, and this is near mint and pristine, $35 start. Tillman Smoot's going to get the Star Trek. I was waiting for one of those names to pop up, and there comes Tillman. He gets the Star Trek soundtrack. Marvin Gaye and His Girls. This is a great compilation here. This is Marvin Gaye with Tammy Terrell, Kim Weston, and of course Mary Wells doing duets. Marvin and His Girls, and that is $34.99, and that is extremely nice vinyl. Marvin and His Girls, $34.99. It's a compilation of Marvin with his duets. That's an original Motel pressing. Tracy McFadden's in on Grease at $35, going once, going twice. Final call if you want to get in on Boz Scaggs for $35. Willie Hutch, The Mark of the Beast. Willie Hutch is $34.99. That's in shrink wrap. Willie Hutch is $34.99. The Mark of the Beast. Pat Metheny, Ornette Coleman, Song X. Also with Jack DeJohnette. That is $24.99. That's a jazz record on Giffen Records. $24.99 on that. And Alan Holdsworth with IOU, Metal Fatigue. Allen Holdsworth with IOU metal fatigue, $24.99. New bids on Grease. Tracy's still up at 37. Steve Earle and the Dukes. Exit O. Steve Earle and the Dukes. That's only $19.99. It's an original 1987 pressing. Steve Earle, Exit O, just $19.99. Homeland Conspiracy wants the Allen Holdsworth. That's sold to Homeland Conspiracy. Also, Procession, $24.99. That's on Smash. Procession, $24.99. Red Mercury Smash label. Boy, my allergies are, my nose is like, nothing's happening, but it feels like my nasal cavity's on fire. Boz Scaggs Greatest Hits. This is a $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now, if anybody's interested in that. It's a fantastic copy. I mean, top. $35 buy it now on that. That is Boz Scaggs Greatest Hits. The Marvin Gaye was $34.99. Marvin Gaye and His Girls. That's a Motown compilation. Very nice vinyl. Usually those are beat to heck. Jeremy Vaught, let me know if you want backing on Grease. If not, I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. Never mind. He just bid $40. Our next Japanese pressing is Journey, Raised on Radio. I think we had one of these last night or maybe earlier this week. $45 start. This is Journey, Raised on Radio, a near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. Extremely nice vinyl. We have a Japanese insert with it as well. And that's going to be a $45 start. And there's the cover and Obi. Cover and Obi, that is a $45 start. Tracy's right backing on Grease at $41. First Light, Freddie Hubbard. First Light is $19.99. That's in shrink wrap on the CTI label, Freddie Hubbard. Queen Jazz. With the poster, extremely clean. It's been a long time since I've seen the Fat Bottom Girls poster. I can only show it for a second, but of course it's a completely nude poster of all these women riding bicycles nude. And it's an OG copy with the original inner sleeve and near mint, and that is $54.99. Queen Jazz with the poster, $54.99. Very nice copy. Wow. With the Fat Bottom Girls poster. Rampage, Kathy Pinto, Simon Records. That is Rampage, $49.99. Rampage, Kathy Pinto, $49.99. I don't know a lot about that. Must be good, though. Grease is at $42, now $45. Speaking of $45, we're looking for a $45 start on Journey, Raised on Radio. Humble Pie Smoking. Humble Pie is $19.99. A nice-looking copy here. Original inner sleeve and shrink wrap. Humble Pie is $19.99. Humble Pie Smoking. Sheila E. Sheila E. is $19.99. Sheila E. also with the original inner sleeve. $19.99 on that. Jeremy's out on Grease. That means Tracy has it for $45. And now, that's a final call. Grease soundtrack. Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, final call. Wow, the Beatles. This is a 73 UK French hybrid pressing of Yellow Submarine. $39.99. Pressed, and that's a very nice copy of the Yellow Submarine. A French UK hybrid pressing. Very unique. $39.99. Yellow Submarine. So, side one has, of course, Yellow Submarine. I Like Only a Northern Song, All Together Now. Hey Bulldog is great, and of course, It's All Too Much. That's a deep cut that's good, and All You Need Is Love. And then B-side is the Pepperland type music, the film score from the actual Yellow Submarine film. That's $39.99. $39.99, Sgt. Pepper's. Heroes, David Bowie. Wow. 1980 Indianapolis press. This crate is amazing for all these titles to still be left in here. This is an original 1980 pressing of David Bowie Heroes. $39.99. We have Heroes, Yellow Submarine, Queen still available, the Marvin Gaye, Steve Earle for just $19.99. Tom Petty. Great titles available. We're going to go ahead and sell Grease to Tracy McFadden for $45. If anybody wants Journey, Raised on Radio, it's now a buy now. I think I've already sold one, maybe two this week for $45 or more. There's one for $45. Journey, Raised on Radio. Our next auction is going to be Night Ranger, Midnight Madness, in shrink wrap with Obi, featuring the hit single Sister Christian. And this is a top Japanese pressing. $35 start, Midnight Madness by Night Ranger. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. That's a Japanese pressing for a $35 start. There's the disc. There's the Japanese insert. There's the cover in shrink wrap with the Obi. Perfect copy. That's a $35 start, now up for auction. Jefferson Airplane takes off. Wow. A 1966 Rockaway press. That's OG. Jefferson Airplane debut, $29.99. That's a very nice copy. Nice jacket, too. Looks like there is a little bit of writing right here. It looks like Jim wrote his name on the edge. $29.99, Jefferson Airplane. The Donnas, is that what that says? The Demons, I was about to say. I don't get a lot of Donna stuff. This is the Demons, $24.99. Paul says it's a mispress. Side A is cop show themes. Is that what that says? $24.99. Let's see what the label says here. The Demons. I can't read what those last words say. It looks like cop show themes. $24.99. The Demons, but evidently that's a mispress. Mark Kirker's at $40 on Night Ranger. And we have Druid Sky, original motion picture soundtrack. No, that's Liquid Sky. Looks like Druid there on the cover. Liquid Sky, that's a wild ale. That is $22.99. That's a Swiss import. Liquid Sky, original motion picture soundtrack. Mark Kirker's at $40 on Night Ranger. Let me go ahead and introduce another auction. Boy, this looks really cool. I've never seen this before. And this is Stevie Wonder. Let's take a look at it. Stevie Wonder. This is called With a Song in My Heart. Stevie Wonder, With a Song in My Heart. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. I don't think I've ever had this released by Stevie Wonder. There's the LP. There's the Japanese insert. With a Song in My Heart. Looks like a compilation. Maybe deep cut tracks. I don't recognize too many of those. With a Song in My Heart, Make Someone Happy, Get Happy, Smile, Dream. And that's a $35 start, unless that's a studio album that slipped under the radar on me. It may be a studio album that slipped under the radar on me. I don't know if I've ever seen that, though. Stevie Wonder, $35 start, near mint minus and pristine, Japanese pressing. Christopher Morris, let me know if you want back in on my Night Ranger, because Mark Kirker has it for $40. That's now going twice, going 3 times. And Liquid Sky is sold to John Stevens. Brad Bolin was second, and Homeland Conspiracy was third. Rush, Permanent Waves. We've had, so far, half of their early discography tonight. This is an original keel pressing for $44.99. Rush, Permanent Waves. That's an OG keel pressing. Spirit of the Radio has the original inner sleeve. Very nice vinyl. Boy, I'm going to give these a spin tonight. I've got Rush albums left over I can listen to tonight. That's great. McCoy Tyner, Focal Pop. McCoy Tyner, Focal Point. Focal Point, $19.99 for McCoy Tyner. That's in shrink wrap on the Milestone label. McCoy Tyner, $19.99. Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. That's $24.99. Star Trek 3, that's a 2LP gatefold soundtrack. $24.99 for The Search for Spock. And Yoko Ono, Feeling the Space. Yoko Ono and the Plastic Ono Band, $19.99. Christopher's out on Night Ranger. I'm going to go ahead and sell that to Mark Kirker for $40. That's sold to Mark Kirker for $40. And if anybody wants in on Stevie Wonder, final call before I make that, I buy it now, and I'm about to put up another Japanese auction. Return to Forever, Romantic Warrior with Chick Corea, $14.99. Return to Forever, Romantic Warrior. This one does have Chick Corea on it, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's say, surely, yes. I don't know why I'm doubting myself. $19.99. Or does it? Yes. $19.99. That's Romantic Warrior, Return to Forever. Santana Abraxas. What an interesting looking copy. It's a German pressing. Santana Abraxas. Does anybody else need another copy of Abraxas? We were talking about this last night. That's an orange label, CBS German pressing. The vinyl looks amazing. It's a gatefold, $29.99. Santana Abraxas, $29.99. Okay, let me grab our next Japanese auction. It's another Night Ranger. This is Night Ranger, and this one's called Big Life. Night Ranger Big Life. This is a $35 start as well. It's another near mint and pristine Japanese pressing of Night Ranger The Big Life, and this is a $35 start. Night Ranger The Big Life, $35 start. Vinyl's pristine. There's the original insert or inner sleeve. Nice cover with Obi, $35 start. Santana is sold to Joshua. Let's sell that to Joshua. And Henry's Choice, your second. Let's go ahead and end Stevie Wonder. If anybody wants this for a $35 buy it now, it's a buy it now for $35 if anybody wants in. That's Stevie Wonder with A Song in My Heart. Tangerine Dream, Tangram. Tangerine Dream. I don't think I've had that one before. In shrink wrap, $19.99. Tangerine Dream, $19.99. Also, John Scofield, Loud Jazz. John Scofield is sealed, $49.99. Interesting. John Scofield, Loud Jazz, sealed, $49.99. Dropkick Murphys, The Warrior's Code. That's an original 2005 pressing. Wow. $44.99. I remember we had the reissues of that I think we had like the 20-year or the, no, we just had an anniversary. Some kind of anniversary or reissue of that not too long ago. It wouldn't have been an anniversary because that would have been an odd year, but 2005 original pressing of that, $44.99, Dropkick Murphys. This is Tom Waits, $39.99. I just sold Paul one of these. Tom Waits is $39.99. Heart Attack and Vine. I just literally sold Paul one of these. Here's another one. Tom Waits, $39.99. Jeremy Vite. No, who was first? Ken Helplin. Kim Helplin's first on the Dropkick Murphys. Final call if you want to get a bid in on a Night Ranger before I make it a $35 buy it now. Jeremy Vite, you were second on Dropkick Murphys. And no, David Bowie, along with a lot of other fantastic titles. An original 1980 pressing of Heroes is still available, $39.99. Denise Harrison's going to take SW. SW was the Stevie Wonder for a $35 buy it now. That's sold to Denise Harrison for a $35 buy it now. Also, Flash featuring England's Peter Banks, Out of Our Hands. Peter Banks also that was in Yes. Flash is $19.99. That is sealed. And we have Flash in the Pan. Flash in the Pan, that's a white label promo, $17.99. Flash in the Pan, white label promo, $17.99. Russell S. is going to get the Heroes. Great decision there, one of David Bowie's best works. And the Yellow Submarine is surprisingly still available. Maybe Steve Hindre's about to buy it. This is $39.99. It is near mint minus. It's a 1973 UK French hybrid. It's on a very interesting label. It's a French-UK hybrid release. It's got French writing on the label, and that's very nice vinyl. Very, very top grade on that one. $39.99. Also, the Cal Seals in concert. All songs recorded live, including their smash hit "Hair." That's on a promo label. $16.99. I was reading about Hair, the musical, last night. I see it all the time. People talk about it, and they were talking about it on Seinfeld. And so I had to go look it up. I didn't realize it was so controversial. The Hair Broadway musical. They're always talking about these Broadway plays on Seinfeld, and I've been looking a lot of them up and educating myself because they're usually on there talking about this stuff, and I don't know what they're talking about. I knew what Hair was, but I just didn't know a lot about it. But they'll also be on there talking about these plays and stuff, and I'm like, what are they talking about? Okay. So those are done. Let me introduce a couple new auctions, but first is Prince. Wow, with poster, shrink wrap and hop sticker, Purple Rain. $59.99 in OG press, near mint minus on the vinyl, inner sleeve, and it has the poster. $59.99. $59.99. Does Jefferson ever have the uncensored version? I don't know if it's censored or uncensored. Paul didn't put a note on it, so I can't tell you for sure. It is a 66 Rockaway press. It's a 66 Rockaway press, and I think that's an earlier, if not first pressing. I would guess it's uncensored, but I really can't confirm. That was Stevie Wonder for $35. Denise Harrison, yeah. Okay, our next auction is Howard Jones. Don't get a lot of Howard Jones on Japanese vinyl, but here's one. This is Howard Jones, Humans Live. This is a very nice Japanese pressing for a $35 start. First, there is the two-page book. What is Love is on here. $35 start. There's a Howard Jones insert. Number 1, Humans Live. That's pretty cool. Almost like a record flat that comes in there, or a small poster. There's the vinyl. It is near mint minus and pristine. $35 start, and a very nice cover. Has one little spot there, and a very interesting obi. It's like translucent. That's Howard Jones, $35 start. Hadn't seen a lot of his stuff on Japanese vinyl. Jeremy Vite's going to take the Prince. That's sold to Jeremy Vite. Great grab there. Also, yes, wow, in shrink wrap and hop sticker. A 1977 specialty press of Fragile. A 77 pressing in shrink wrap and hop sticker. Yes, for Jilly. That is $29.99. Cream Goodbye. Another 69 U.S. press. Another record with the poster. $29.99. This has the poster with it. Cream Goodbye. Their last album, their third and final album with the poster. The Damned. This is $26.99. A 1985 UK import. Wow, we don't get a lot of their stuff. The Damned, and this is Lively Arts. Lively Arts. Teenage Dream and I'm So Bored. That's a 3-track. 3-track. We have a bid on Hojo, Howard Jones. Russell S. is at $35. Mark Quarum is going to get the Yes, Fragile. That's sold to Mark Quarum and Jimi Hendrix. This is one side mislabeled. Paul says put it up for a $35 start. Interesting. So let's put this up for auction. This is a Jimi Hendrix, The Cry of Love. One label is wow, they didn't print one side. Check that out. They forgot to put print on that label. So this is a mislabel. Side 2, side 1 does not have the print on it. They forgot to stamp that on there, just the stock label. $35 start on Jimi Hendrix. That's now up for bid. The vinyl's extremely clean, and that's The Cry of Love. $35 start on that. Cream set list. The big song on Cream, or my favorite, is Badge. Badge is on here. I'm So Glad and Politician. And that was side 1, and then side 2, Sitting on Top of the World, Badge, doing that scrapyard thing, and What a Bring Down. What a Bring Down. So Badge is the big hit single off that one, or one of my favorites. I don't know if it's actually a hit, but one of my favorite Cream songs. Is actually written by George Harrison. All right, let me take a drink of water right quick before I do a recap, because this bin definitely needs a recap. There's some fantastic titles still left in here. Final call on both auctions. They're both at $35. What's the big primetime college games tonight? I watched a little bit of Texas and Oklahoma, and then I watched the ending of Alabama and A&M, but I don't even know what's the big games? Jake don't know either. Tennessee's not playing, I don't really know, but there's got to be at least one big game on right now. I'm sure some of the people watching this are watching that too. So here's what's left. I'm just going to read titles. If you want prices, let me know. Tom Petty Live, Pack Up the Plantation, Jethro Tull Passion Play, Sweet Sweetbacks, Willie Hutch, Pat Metheny, Steve Earle, just $19.99 on that. Wow. Procession, Marvin Gaye and His Girls, First Light, Queen, With the Poster, Rampage, Humble Pie, Michigan, and Miami. Notre Dame and Louisville, watching Georgia kill Kentucky. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So what's that score? I'm totally out of the loop on that one. Rush, McCoy Tyner, we still got to play Georgia and Kentucky. So I'm 34-13. Wow. 44? Wow, 44-13. That is kind of surprising. Not really, but kind of surprising. Return to Forever, Tangerine Dream, John Schofield, Tom Waits, Flash in the Pan, The Beatles, The Cow Seals, Jefferson Airplane, The Damned, and Cream Goodbye. All right, we definitely can go ahead and sell Howard Jones. This is sold to Russell S. for $35. Joshua was at $35 on Jimmy, and then Jeremy just bid $36. David Hoy wants the McCoy Tyner. Also, Chris Bijak wanted that. So Cream, The Dam, Jefferson Airplane, The Cow Seals, The Beatles, Flash in the Pan, Flash, Tom Waits, John Schofield, Tangerine Dream, Romantic Warrior, Yoko, Star Trek, McCoy Tyner. So did David Hoy. Chris Bijak was second. Jimi Hendrix is now at 37 with Joshua. How much was Rush? Right here, Permanent Waves. That's $44.99. We still got a copy of Grace Under Pressure, and we still got a copy of Power Windows, all around the same price. Jimi Hendrix is now at 40. We have the Demons, Sheila E., Humble Pie, Rampage, Queen, Freddie Hubbard, Marvin Gaye, Procession, Steve Earle, Pat Metheny, Willie Hutch, the Sweet Sweetbacks, Jethro Tull, and Tom Petty. Tom Petty is near mint, $34.99. Pack Up the Plantation Live. I think we auctioned a copy the other night with this in shrink wrap and hype sticker. It brought $50, $60, or $70. All right, so Georgia is beating Kentucky. I'm worried about the Vols playing Kentucky, though, and, of course, Georgia. We got to go to Kentucky. That's going to be a tough game for us to win. And then, of course, Georgia coming to Neyland. That's going to be, of course, tough. But I've got a good feeling, us playing at home, if we could get that locked down as a night game and get everybody in there all loud and violent, then it might actually turn out for the better for us. All right, I'm actually going to change gears right quick, and I'm going to go ahead and go through a bin of on-sale vinyl. I've got it right here behind me. I still got 3 more crates of new arrivals, but I've already made the time to make these on-sale crates. So, Jake, from here on out, everything in this bin is going to be $6.99. $6.99. $6.99. I honestly think Tennessee can beat Georgia this year. I thought we could beat them last year when we went down there. It's just that environment. There's no way you could have there was no way we could have played that game 5 more times in Georgia and never won. That in that kind of crowd, that was incredible. I was deaf the next day. Steve Earle is sold to Greg Rogers. Steve Earle is sold to Greg Rogers. Shipping is still in process. We are shipping every day. We have so many orders to get out, it would blow your mind. But yes, I was making those announcements earlier. We are still shipping. Okay. We have Santana Amigos. This is a $35 start. $35 start for Santana Amigos. $35 start. This is a near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. Near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. $35 start. We have a Japanese insert here, 2-page flip, and we have the original inner sleeve. This is a $35 start. Santana Amigos. Very nice, very cool copy of this to have on Japanese vinyl with that obi. $35 start. Very, very cool cover on that one. So back up to the top. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. If I've missed anything, just send it again. Best price. Joe, everything. Tangerine Dream is sticker price as of right now. Steve Earle, we pulled that. And we have Santana is at 35. Also want to bet on the Bama game. Sure. I'm probably going to bet the Vols to win straight up anyway. Final call on Jimi Hendrix. Where was we at? That's Jeremy Vide at $40. Jeremy Vide is at $40. Joshua, let me know if you want back in on this. Let me know if you want back in on this because you're now to bid. Jeremy has that for $40. Michael Nath has Santana for $35. Okay, so everything in this crate is going to be $6.99. I hope I grabbed the right one. Yes, just $7 minus a penny. Okay, $6.99. Tommy James and the Shondells in shrink wrap, a white label promo. $6.99. Tommy James and the Shondells, $6.99. We have Roy Clark, Labor of Love. Roy Clark, this is $6.99. Roy Clark, Labor of Love. Everything in here is $6.99. Poco, Under the Gun. Poco, Under the Gun, $6.99. Tony Bennett, Sunrise Sunset. This is $6.99. Tony Bennett, Sunrise Sunset, $6.99. Washington Square with the new band of Spike Jones, $6.99. Well, I always make this commitment. If the Tennessee beats Alabama in Tuscaloosa, or if we beat Georgia this week, we're guaranteed to have some kind of major sale here. We did last year. You know, we all even wore orange. I'm wearing a Tennessee shirt right now. Look, there it is. I don't know if y'all can see it. Volunteers. But, yeah, we'll definitely have a major sale for sure. TB for Joe Barrios. That was, what was that? That was Tony Bennett. Sell that to Joe Barrios. Everything in here, Jake, that officially starts $6.99. Let's go ahead and end these auctions too. Jeremy Vite gets the Jimi Hendrix for $40, and Michael Nath gets Santana for $35. So those auctions are also sold. Let me show a few more, then I'll get our next auction started. The Victor Feldman All-Stars plays the world's first album of Soviet jazz themes. That's $6.99. David Ackles' Subway to the Country, $6.99. The Electric Flag, A Long Time Coming. That's a VG copy for $6.99. And America, Your Move. Gold stamp promo, EX on the vinyl, $6.99 for America, Your Move. Those are all $6.99. Our next two auction is Jeff Beck with the Jan Hammer Group. Jeff Beck with the Jan Hammer Group. This is going to be a $35 start. Jeff Beck with Jan Hammer Group. The vinyl is very nice. It's in the original actual CBS inner sleeve. No condition notes on the vinyl. That is near mint. That is a $35 start. $35 start. That's Jeff Beck with the Jan Hammer Group. Live Wire, Jeff Beck with the Jan Hammer Group. And that is a $35 start. $35 start. Jeff Beck with the Jan Hammer Group live. It does have some foxing on the obi. Does have some foxing on just the obi. Other than that, everything's really nice. That's a $35 start. Japanese Jeff Beck. That's up for auction. And also, we have the Best of the Doobies, Volume 2. Best of the Doobies, Volume 2. Another near mint and pristine Japanese pressing. This has the Japanese insert with it. This has another Japanese insert with it. And the Best of the Doobies, Volume 2. $35 start. The Doobie Brothers, Best of the Doobie Brothers. Very nice. $35 start on that. We got in a new Japanese inner sleeve. And we have the cover with the obi. $35 start. Roy Clark and condition. Roy Clark, that's called Labor of Love, $6.99, near mint. Eric Gooden gets the electric flag, and that is a VG copy for $6.99. Great deal on that. That was originally $19.99. Got some big markdowns in here in $6.99. Not happened this year, Chad. There's something you will learn about Chad as, well, anything in life, especially about Tennessee football. I'm always extremely confident. The Vols can be 2-10 going to play a #1 ranked Georgia or Alabama, and in my mind, I feel like we can beat them. Right, Jake? I mean, I'm a very confident person when it comes to football games because I don't want to watch this miserable. Like, oh, there's no chance they're going to win. You can't think like that. You got to think we're going to go down there and just absolutely destroy them. Fred Carnell gets the Roy Clark. That is $6.99 to Fred Carnell. And we have Gary U.S. Bonds, Twisting Up Calypso. Some people may call me delusional. I call it confidence. Very confident person. VG, $6.99. Gary U.S. Bonds, Twist Up Calypso. VG, $6.99. VG, $6.99. Why else be a fan? Exactly. I'm very confident. Nothing you can do to drive down my spirits, too. Even late in the fourth quarter, 42-0. I'm like, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. So the seeds are growing. Joe South, this is a $6.99. Joe South. So the seeds are growing. Joe South, these are all $6.99. Graham Nash, Innocent Eyes, $6.99. Graham Nash, Innocent Eyes, $6.99. That's got the original inner sleeve with it. Diodato, Prelude, the theme from 2001 Space Odyssey. Also, this is the Elvis theme, $6.99. Prelude, Diodato, $6.99. Tony Bennett, long ago, Frank DeVol and his orchestra, Tony Bennett. That's EX condition, $6.99. Okay, these two auctions, we're looking for a $35 start. We have Jeff Beck with Jan Hammer, and we have The Best of the Doobies, Volume 2. Both are very nice copies. We're looking for $35 starts. William Warback, first on the Graham Nash. Jake, that's also $6.99. Joe Barrios wants the Tony Bennett. That's $6.99. And Jetstream gets Diodato. That's $6.99. Everything in this crate is $6.99. Like Lift Every Voice and Sing, that's Mary Knight with Orchestra and Choir. That's $6.99. Also, Frank Sinatra and Frank and Nancy Sinatra, $6.99. And that's called The World We Knew, $6.99 on that, $6.99. The Rockets, no ballads. The Rockets is EX condition, $6.99. The Rockets, no ballads, $6.99. Jetstream on Frank Sinatra, that's sold to Jetstream. And Dan Hill, The Best of Dan Hill, $6.99. The Best of Dan Hill, $6.99. Carole King, Really Rosie, $6.99. $6.99. Carole King, Really Rosie. And Corey Hart, Boy in the Box. Corey Hart's in shrink wrap, has the original inner sleeve, $6.99. Michael Nath on Carole King, Really Rosie, $6.99. And also James Ingram, It's Your Night. James Ingram, $6.99. Has the original inner sleeve. James Ingram is $6.99. Also, Tim Harden 4. Tim Harden, $6.99 for Tim Harden 4. $6.99. Gerard, you were second on Diodato. That's already been claimed by Jetstream. The New Searchers LP, Chris, John, Mike, and Frank. EX condition, $6.99. And Peter Cetera, Solitude Solitaire. Peter Cetera, now just $6.99. Peter Cetera from Chicago. Carly Simon, Come Upstairs, $6.99 on Carly Simon. The Nylons, One Size Fits All, $6.99 on that. And The Weight Are Men. The Weight Are Men. VG condition on that, $6.99. The Assembled Multitude. The Assembled Multitude, Overture from Tommy, Woodstock, Ohio. While My Guitar Gently Weeps, $6.99. Tommy Flowers on Peter Cetera. That's sold to Tommy Flowers. And we have Carly Simon, Boys in the Trees. That's also $6.99. Let's go ahead and pull the Assembled Multitude for Jetstream. And let's go ahead and end Jeff Beck. If anybody wants this for a $35 buy it now, that's Jeff Beck with Jan Hammer Group. And if anybody wants The Best of the Doobies Volume 2, those are $35 buy it nows. $35 buy it nows, if anybody's interested in those. I'm going to lay them right here behind me. If you change your mind, just let me know. I got a Talking Heads album up for bid. This is Talking Heads Fear of Music. A $35 start. Talking Heads Fear of Music. OG pressing. Very nice. $35 start. It has the original inner sleeve with it. $35 start. $35 start. That is the Talking Heads. There's the original inner sleeve. Very nice cover. Has one sticker on it. Looks like somebody had it cataloged or something. Other than that, very nice. $35 start on Talking Heads Fear of Music. Where did I get to in the $6.99 bin? We had The Wait. We had Carly Simon. We're right here. $6.99 for John Denver, Airy, and that's in shrink wrap. $6.99 for John Denver. Also, Tony Childs, Union. Tony Childs is $6.99. Linda Ronstadt. This is for sentimental reasons. Linda Ronstadt, $6.99. And Fire and Ice. This is actually a compilation. ABBA's on here. Blondie, Heart, Ricky Lee Jones, Bonnie Raitt, Pretenders. That's $6.99 for Fire and Ice. The Sweet Dream soundtrack, original motion picture soundtrack, Sweet Dream, $6.99. Chili Brothers. Chili Brothers, Nightlife, $6.99. The Chili Brothers, Nightlife. Jackie Reynolds wants Fire, Fire and Ice. That's so to Jackie Reynolds. Also, The Great Valley in the Silver Dream. The Great Valley in the Silver Dream. That's a 2010 pressing on pink vinyl. A 2010 pressing on pink vinyl, $6.99. Jackie was first to Fire and Ice. Gerard, you were second. John Duran was third. Billy Chinook, Badlands, $6.99. A Story of Natural Love, the Blue Lagoon soundtrack. Blue Lagoon soundtrack, that is $6.99. And The Family That Plays Together by Spirit, that is $6.99. The Family That Plays Together. The Concrete Cowboy Band, $6.99. And Deep Purple in Rock, VG minus, $6.99. That's in VG minus condition. There is a seam split along the bottom. Just $6.99 for that reason. John Duran, first on the Blue Lagoon. Talking Heads, there's no condition notes on the vinyl. The cover just has some minor wear along the bottom. Does have one sticker, has the original in the sleeve, but EX Plus, near mint minus. Looking for a $35 start. Final call before I make it a buy it now. I do have another Depeche Mode. We auctioned off one earlier, only one bid. Here's another one, and we never get any OG Depeche Mode. This is a 1982 pressing, $45 start. Depeche Mode, A Broken Frame, $45 start. Very nice vinyl, has the original inner sleeve, and that is EX Plus near mint. That's a $45 start on that. Next is Don Alker. He was first on Deep Purple. G.C. Colleton, you were second. G. Michael third. Russell S. is in on Talking Heads. And Jeff Brindley, you were fourth on Deep Purple. So back to this crate. Everything's $6.99. Finesse and Sequence, Soul Sisters. That is actually a sealed copy, sealed with hype sticker. $6.99 on that. Bill Monroe sings country songs. Bill Monroe is $6.99. There is a busted spine on this one. No condition notes on the vinyl. $6.99. Also, Nerd, She Wants to Move, remixes. That is sealed from 2004, $6.99. Andreas Voldenweider, Down to the Moon. That is $6.99. Hot Butter. Hot Butter is in shrink wrap. It actually has this like popcorn container on the cover. $6.99 on that. Also, Wide World Hits, the string-alongs. That's a mono white label promo, $6.99. Final call on Talking Heads. Russell S. has that for $35. Final call. Shakedown was first to Nerd. Ryan was second. Jeff third. Chris Bijak wants Hot Butter. Rocky, you were second on Hot Butter. This is Brendan Benson, right? What Kind of World? Brendan Benson, now just $6.99. This was $21.99. That got slipped in the $6.99 batch. That's probably going to get grabbed. And Pierre Bensusan, Musics. Don't know a lot about that, but it's $6.99. John Stevens first to Brendan Benson. Craig Thomas was second. Jeff McMaster third. And Edgar Winters, White Trash. EX Condition, $6.99 for Edgar Winters, White Trash. Okay, let's go ahead and sell Talking Heads. Talking Heads is sold to Russell S. for $35. That's a buy it now or one bid. And now Depeche Mode, we were looking for a $45 start. Somebody just bid $35. Depeche Mode's a $45 start. The Brennan Benson went to John Stevens. Jeff was second. B Smoker third. Stephen, if you want in on the Depeche Mode, it's a $45 start. Jetstream wants Pierre. This is sold to Jetstream. Garrett was second. Jim Hickson first on Edgar Winter. Sarah second. Jetstream third. Michael Nath third on Pierre. Kelly fourth on Edgar Winter. And Stevens at 45 on Depeche Mode. Okay. So here's the Beatles record that I had when the show first started. This is a 2009 pressing on blue vinyl. And this looks like, I think, a Spanish or Mexican pressing. It's a 2009 Euro pressing of Lost Beatles. Very cool on blue vinyl. And this is a $35 start. So this is what would be a Hard Day's Night. So this is essentially a Hard Day's Night. It's a Euro pressing on blue marbled vinyl. $35 start on that. Stevens at 45 on Depeche Mode. You're good, and now that's a final call. It looks like you're going to end up with it. Everything in this crate is $6.99. Next is Trooper. Trooper's in VG Plus condition, $6.99. Dickie Betts in Great Southern. There is some cover damage down here. That is EX condition on the vinyl, $6.99 for Dickie Betts. Game. Game is in VG Plus, $6.99 for Game. And a 2-record set of the Everly Brothers, a 2-record compilation, Bye Bye Love. I think that's one of the first songs Paul McCartney ever performed live. $6.99 for the Everly Brothers. Preston Rose is at 35 on the Beatles. That's also a final call. Jim Hickson gets the Trooper. That's so to Jim Hickson. $6.99 on that. This is Andrew W.K. God is Partying on white vinyl. God is Partying on white vinyl. $6.99. Just $6.99 on that. Rhinoceros, $6.99 for Rhinoceros. $6.99. Gold Electra label. Garrett first on Andrew W.K. That's sold to Garrett Cyprit. Also Steppenwolf at your birthday party. $6.99. Steppenwolf at your birthday party. $6.99. Lee Ritenour, Rit 2. Lee Ritenour is $6.99. And we have Jacula or Jaluka, that is $6.99. All right, so Andrew W.K. went to Garrett. Ron was second, John Stevens third, Fred Carnell fourth, Sarah Long fifth. Eric Gooden first to Rhinoceros. He gets Rhino, and G. Michael gets the Steppenwolf. Let's go ahead and end some auctions too, Jake. Let's sell Depeche Mode, A Broken Frame for Stephen Freeyu for $45, and the Lost Beatles is sold to Preston Rose for $35. Very surprising on both of those. Chris Bijak, though, is going to get the Lee Ritenour, and that was $6.99. Let me introduce our next two auctions while Jake's tagging all that. I have another Beatles unofficial, I believe. Yeah, I guess these are some. I wonder if they pulled these from the Pittsburgh collection. I don't know if Paul's watching. He might. I think some of these boots are from the Pittsburgh collection. We were going to wait and do all these together, but we have 40,000 back there, so I guess they went ahead and decided to put a few out. That's okay. Chad's not too upset. Eric Gooden also wants a Game. Let's also go ahead and pull that for Eric, $6.99. So our next auction here is the Beatles Sweet Apple Tracks. It actually looks like a wooden crate apple label, you know, like from an old grocery store. Valley Brown Newton Apples. This is Sweet Apple Tracks. This is going to be a $40 start. It's a vintage bootleg unofficial from the Beatles. Sweet Apple Tracks, $40 start on that. $40 start on that. And that's a vintage bootleg. That's I think that's from those Let It Be sessions. I think it's from those. Those titles are not really what the songs are. That's one of those another obscure bootleg titles type deal. And then we have the Grateful Dead from Mars Hotel. This is really cool. It's a very solid VG Plus. Very solid VG Plus. This is Grateful Dead from Mars Hotel. VG Plus in shrink wrap, and that's a $50 start. The Grateful Dead, and that's a $50 start on that. Overall, the vinyl is in VG Plus condition. Overall, the vinyl's in VG Plus condition. Very cool. It has the original price tag on the back, code E, and that's a $50 start. VG Plus condition, Grateful Dead, and it has a generic inner sleeve. So there's our next two auctions. The Beatles 40, Grateful Dead 50. Any Madonna. We had 4 Japanese Madonnas last night. We did as buy it nows. I don't know if there's any more tonight or not, Jerry. I have no idea actually what's in this bin, And I have 3 more crates of new arrivals. I don't know how many more of those we're going to get through tonight, but we're going to try to go through as many as possible. Then we'll do a big recap. And then G. Michael, if you want to bid, make sure you put an actual numerical with your bid. So if you're ever bidding on anything, make sure you put the name of what you're bidding on and the bid so we know where you're at. The very best of the Classic 4. This is in shrink wrap, $6.99. It has Spooky and Traces and Stormy, $6.99 for the Classic 4. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Don't Look Down. That's $6.99 for the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Boney M, Oceans of Fantasy. Boney M is $6.99, and it includes the poster. And it includes the posters. Jetstream first on the Classic 4. That's so to Jetstream, the Classic 4. B Smoker second, Chris B. Jack third. Also, this is Fanny Charity Ball. Fanny Charity Ball. Now just $6.99 on Fanny. Different Strokes, a compilation, $6.99. This includes music by Miles Davis, It's a Beautiful Day, Laura Nero, Elvin Bishop, Chambers Brothers, The Hollies, Redbone, and that's a VG Plus, or excuse me, no, it's in shrink wrap, near mint, $6.99. Craig Thompson, first on Fanny. Craig Thompson, first on Fanny. Eric Gooden, you were second. Also, Grace Slick, Welcome to the Wrecking Ball. Grace Slick is $6.99. Grand Funk, All the Girls in the World Beware, $6.99. And this also has, it's very heavy. Does it have the poster? Let's see. Well, there's like a, yeah, that's kind of like a poster. Yeah, it's a cardboard poster. And it has the original inner sleeve. Grand Funk, $6.99. All the Girls in the World Beware. Put that back in there like that. Okay, so we pulled Fanny. Hendry wants Boney M. That's sold to Hendry for $6.99. Chris DeMoss wants DS. That's Different Strokes. Sell that to Chris DeMoss. And William Warback wants the Grand Funk. Those are all sold for $6.99. All right, I'm going to make these a buy it now. If anybody wants the Vintage Beatles bootleg, Sweet Apple Tracks, $40 buy it now, and Grateful Dead's a $50 buy it now. $40 and $50 buy it nows if anybody is interested in those. $40 and $50 buy it now. Sweet Apple Tracks and Grateful Dead. That is $40 and $50 buy it nows. $40 and $50 buy it nows. Let me put those away. All right, and I'll get a new auction started, so those are right over here. Our next auction is going to be a Japanese record I have not shown tonight. This is Kenny Loggins Alive. Kenny Loggins Alive is a 2LP Japanese pressing, and this is going to be just a $25 start. Just a $25 start on this, Kenny Loggins Alive. $25 start. It's 2 LPs, gatefold, near mint with Obi. There's the original inner sleeve in vinyl. There's the other original inner sleeve in vinyl. $25 start for Mr. Kenny Loggins Alive. There is, that's a really nice copy. Very nice. Near mint pretty much all the way around. $25 start on that. The Moody Blues Long Distance Voyager, $6.99. Michael Nath is going to take the Grateful Dead for a $50 buy it now. Starting next week, we're probably going to do another Kiss Night Tuesday. We're also probably going to have another Metal Night Thursday. They found more metal tonight in the back. We found a whole nother collection of metal in the back that we didn't even know we really had back there. So that's going to be Thursday. And then also next week, starting next week or after next week, we're going to mix in some other specialty nights. We're going to do some Grateful Dead nights. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to have nothing but Grateful Dead that night. That means our featured auctions will be Grateful Dead records. We probably have 400 or 500 different Grateful Dead records. Then most of those are bootlegs, promos, and imports. There are some U.S. studio albums. I think John and Paul have been going through, and they've been trying to set aside all like the regular studio albums, even though they're still very nice and desirable. They've been trying to set those aside, so that's what they've been doing with those. Is Danger Zone? I don't think Danger Zone was out when this came out. What a Fool Believes, I'm All Right, 1980. I don't think Top Gun had come out yet. No, Top Gun wasn't a thing when this was out. Live 1980. And we have, let's see here, there, that, and I think we're caught up. Jamie Butler wants a copy of Yes Singles. Yes, I will sell you a Yes Singles. I've got 3 left. I got to order more. On splatter vinyl, very cool. Did everybody see the video I made? Very cool. Owner of a Lonely Heart is on here. Roundabout, Your Move. $29.99. That's splatter vinyl. So Jake, make sure this don't go in for $6.99. That's $29.99. I'll lay it right there. That's so did Jamie Butler. I have 2 left. Did everybody see how nice the splatter was on that? Very, very nice. It sounds great too. First time collection of Yes singles. Okay, let's see here. $6.99. We have Bonnie Tyler, Faster Than the Speed of Night. This has, let's see, a Total Eclipse of the Heart. $6.99 for Bonnie Tyler. The Best of Family, $6.99. No Matter What Shape, the T-Bones, that's $6.99. Grand Funk Railroad, Grand Funk Lives. Music from the motion picture Outside In. Planet P, that's on Quiex, audiophile vinyl, just $6.99. And this is The Great Buddy Holly, $6.99. The Great Buddy Holly, $6.99. So that was a crate of $6.99 records. I'm going to go through those one more time. And this is the last time you'll ever see these. These are retired after we show them half off and show them $6.99. Then these records are pretty much done. They'll never be shown again, at least on Facebook Live. They'll probably still be out here in the store in various places, but last time they'll be shown here. So let me show these one more time. I'm just going to read titles. They're all $6.99. First, Henry's Choice wants to know TB condition. The T-Bones, no condition notes, and it's in shrink wrap. Very nice, $6.99. I have a feeling he'll want that. And Chris Jack wants Planet P. So let me read what's left in here, and then I'll do a crate of new vintage arrivals. I just wanted to go ahead. I've got another bin like this of $6.99, but I wanted to go ahead and do that one before it got too late, and then I'll do another one later. So here's what's left for $6.99. This is The Best of Buddy Holly, Outside In soundtrack, Grand Funk Railroad, that's still available. The Best of Family, Bonnie Tyler, Moody Blues, Grace Slick, Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Jaluka, Everly Brothers, Dickie Betts, the Worldwide Hits, that's the string-alongs, that's instrumental on strings. Andreas Voldenwilder, Bill Monroe, Finesse and Sequence, the Concrete Cowboy Band. Henry's Choice says he'll take the T-Bones, so Planet P, so to Chris. Henry's Choice on T-Bones. We have Spirit, Bill Chinook, The Great Valley, the Chili Brothers, Sweet Dreams soundtrack, Linda Ronstadt, Tony Childs, John Denver, Carly Simon. Let me pause right there because I see a couple of claims. John Duran wants BT. That's Bonnie Tyler, so to John Duran. Jetstream wants Spirit. These are all $6.99. That's the family that plays together. That's so to Jetstream. And Ken Highstan wants Grand Funk. John Stevens wants Great Valley. $6.99. Taking some more out of here. Fantastic. That's so to John Stevens. We had the Chili Brothers, Linda Ronstadt, Tony Childs, John Denver, Carly Simon, The Weight Are Men, The Nylons, Carly Simon Come Upstairs, The New Searchers, Tim Harden. That was originally marked $34.99, now $6.99. James Ingram, Corey Hart, Dan Hill, The Rockets. That is Marie Knight. That is African-American spiritual songs. Lift Every Voice and Sing, Mary Knight, Orchestra and Choir. Marie Knight, Mary Knight, Marie Knight. Yes, $6.99. Joe South, Gary U.S. Bonds, America, David Ackles, Soviet jazz themes, interesting, Soviet jazz themes. Spike Jones, Poco, and Tommy James is a white label promo. And Michael Nath is going to take this right here, Lift Every Voice and Sing. Very cool. That's so to Michael Nath. Jetstream takes the jazz, the Soviet jazz themes. If you want to listen to the motherland in jazz, that's the record for you. Whatever happened to it. It has disappeared on me. See, it's right in, I think it's hiding behind David Ackles. There it is. Victor Feldman, All-Stars, plays the world's first album of Soviet jazz themes. That's an older record too. Yeah, 1963. It's for $6.99 exactly. Okay, Kenny Loggins is a buy it now for $25. Let's go through the Japanese stuff that has not sold before I introduce anything else. Kenny Loggins is a $25 buy it now. Night Ranger Big Life is a $35 buy it now. Journey Raised on Radio. Journey Raised on Radio is a $35 buy, or excuse me, that's a $45 buy it now. Raised on Radio. Boz Scaggs Hits is a $35 buy it now. There's 4 Japanese pressings. Boz Scaggs, Journey, Night Ranger, and Kenny Loggins. That's some Japanese vinyl I've shown as buy it nows. And then there's two more over here, Jeff Beck and Doobie Brothers. Jeff Beck and Doobie Brothers, $35 for the Doobie Brothers Volume 2, $35 for Jeff Beck. Those are still available. I'm going to stack those over here behind me so I can make room for new stuff. And then other auctions that did not sell tonight was the Doobie Brothers Minute by Minute. That was an audiophile pressing, Nautilus Super Disc, $45. Steve Earle Early Tracks was $35. And Judas Priest Unleashed from the East was $25. All right. Is Jim McCarthy from Rockets, or from Cactus on the Rockets album? Let's find out. The Rockets, no ballads. Jim McCarthy, guitar and background vocals. Yes, he is. Would I take $60 for Jeff Beck Live and the Beatles Sweet Apple tracks? So Jeff Beck, $35. I would do $30. And the Beatles, $40, $35 on that. Dan, if you want to make it $65, that would be $10 off. And I'll do $65 if you want to do that. That would be $30 and $35 for these two here. And we have, he's in at 65, so Jake, put those in for 35 for the one on top. Or 30 for Jeff Beck on top, 35 for the other. Judas Priest was no condition notes. I actually thought he would, get a bid and go up from there, but no bid. EX Plus on the vinyls. I'm not going to call it near mint minus. I see a couple like sleeve scuffs, but I mean, it's very clean. No condition notes. Mike Langford says he'll take the Rockets for $6.99, and Jetstream says he'll take the Tony Childs. Still some great titles. Anybody else on anything in here? For $6 a night. Did somebody take the Cowboy? Did I dream that? Cowboy Concrete? No, that was Great Valley. I've already pulled that. Okay. And anybody else? What's the surprise in here? I know it's John Denver. Nothing against him. I know he has a billion albums, but I have his entire discography in my collection. $6.99. Starwood and Aspen. First track. All right, Mark Lentz says he'll take the Judas Priest. Jake, that was a $25 buy it now. That would have been gone around Metal Night of Thursday or this upcoming Thursday. Let's grab a crate of new vintage stuff. Never been shown before. New vintage arrivals. New vintage arrivals. And here in a minute, I'll go to the back and get that other one. Let's see what Paul has this marked here. I think this is a Paul crate. Yeah. Yep, the Tony Childs and the one Mike Langford got too. All $6.99. All right, this is a new crate of new vintage arrivals. Let's see what we have in here. The Yes album. The Yes album's called Yes Singles. It's new. First time ever released for Rocktober. This is called Yes Singles. It's a collection of singles on vinyl for the very first time. You get Your Move, which is, the first part to I've Seen All Good People. Starship Trooper, one part of it, Life Seeker. Of course, that's a 12-minute song. So it's got a part of it. Roundabout, the shortened U.S. version single. America, great. And, of course, that's a shortened version, too. And You and I, a promo radio edit, Soon. One of their actual true first singles on there that's not a shortened version. Sound Chaser, Wonder Stories, Don't Kill the Whale, Into the Lens, and then their two big hits from the 80s, Owner of a Lonely Heart and Leave It. And that's on yellow, black, and white splatter vinyl. $29.99, Rocktober. I've sold almost 40 copies of that this week. Very good. Including the one I bought. Okay, new vintage arrivals. New vintage arrivals. We have collector's records of the 50s and 60s, volume 13, $9.99. The Everly Brothers. Dion's on here, Del Shannon. And this is artist that was on the Lori record label. We also have Token Entry, Jaybird. Token Entry, Jaybird. 1998 red vinyl hardcore, $24.99. Token Entry, $24.99. Can I grab you a new Bad Company? I can grab you a new Bad Company. Let me do that right now. I need to show the very first crate of new vinyl we went through tonight. I might need to go through again in just a second because we do have new vinyl for tonight, which includes this Bad Company. This is from Rocktober. It's cut from the original Analog Masters. It's on clear vinyl, and it's been years since this has been reissued. Bad Company, self-titled. Another title we have sold. We've probably, including the Van Halen box sets, we've sold a record number of new vinyl this week. And next week's no different. There is so much great new titles coming out next week. And the week after that. And the week after that. And the week after that. They're finally getting into some of these deep catalogs. slowly but surely, all these artists are getting all their albums in print, finally. I mean, it's taken the last 10 years of the vinyl resurgence for it to finally happen, but there's obviously, vinyl is still on the rise. This vinyl demand is still, it hadn't nowhere even near peaked, for sure. Token entry, so this is sold to Hendry, and of course, Jake, we're back on sticker price. That's sold to Hendry. Craig Thomas gets token entry, and we have Mark Lentz says he'll take a Bad Company as well. I also had a couple people on the waiting list. I've already filled that, and I now have 2 copies left of Bad Company again. 2 copies left of Bad Company, so Ready for Love, Bad Company, Can't Get Enough of Your Love. Also has some great deep cuts on there too. Great deep cuts on there. That's sold to Mark Lent. Pricing condition on the comp. It's near mint and shrink wrap for $9.99. Also, True Genius, Sides of Ray. This is from Walmart. Opaque orange vinyl. It's a Walmart exclusive, and it's only $24.99, and that is sealed. $24.99. Ray Charles, True Genius, Sides of Ray. That's an orange vinyl. $24.99. All right, let's do 2 audiophile pressings. I'm also building up for a major audiophile night. We're going to do that soon, but I have some really cool ones we've went ahead and slipped in for tonight. The first one is Pat Benatar. This is a MoFi pressing of Pat Benatar in the Heat of the Night. And Pat Benatar is going to be a $55 start. Pat Benatar in the Heat of the Night. This is a MoFi pressing. I think that's a vintage one too. I think that's an older one. Yeah, number 57. That's older in their catalog. In the Heat of the Night, near mint, MoFi pressing, Pat Benatar, Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab. That's a $55 start. And we have the B52s. This is also going to be a $55 start. I think this one's a little bit newer, but it's a low number, number 184, silver label. This is the B52 self-titled album, also a $55 start. And that is dead mint, B52. So there's 2 audiophile records for you. Have not put those up for auction ever before. Next is Fred Carnell says he'll take the comp. John Duran, you're second on that. Fred Carnell is first. Mark Fallon says he's full of elk meat and wine. He's time for vinyl. It's time for him to buy some vinyl. Great. Buy up. We have True Genius. That's a 2 LP. That's a Ray Charles compilation on orange vinyl. $24.99. Going Down Rockin'. Waylon Jennings, The Last Recordings. Wow, never seen that before. $39.99. It's from Sundazed. Waylon Jennings, The Last Recordings. $39.99. Going Down Rockin'. Thank Man, The Formula. Thank Man, The Formula. $14.99 for Thank Man. The Formula, that's a direct metal mastering pressing, $14.99. Gideon comes in, as usual, on the Waylon Jennings claim. That's sold to Gideon Whedon. Looking for $55 starts on those 2 auctions. Jerry Lee Lewis, live at Hamburg Star Club. I remember this. This is 2010 Bear Family, large map in gatefold, $24.99. So they actually reissued this not too long ago. Yeah, look at that. Well, the ones we had didn't do that. Wow, that's wild. I wasn't expecting that. Look at that. Whoa. That's pretty incredible, actually. But they just reissued that not too long ago on clear vinyl, and we were allocated because it came out right around the time he passed away, and then they never did do a repress. And this concert was bootleg for years. It's an amazing, rocking Jerry Lee Lewis live concert. And it was bootleg for years, and then, of course, they did this pressing, and then it came back out. But I've never seen a cover do that before. That's pretty incredible. I can do that all day. All right, that's sold to Ian P. He's like, please stop playing with my record, Chad. That's sold to Mr. Ian P. Final call on these 2 auctions. If anybody wants in for a $55 start, or I'm going to make them a buy it now. What do we have here? No writing on the front. It's $34.99. It is Iron Lung, Sexless No Sex. That's 2007 blue vinyl, $34.99. $34.99. We do have Bad Company 10 from 6 as well. That's the other Bad Company Rocktober. I've got 2 left. That's Bad Company's greatest hits, essentially. 10 from 6. It was also released on October 6. It actually came out Friday on 10/6. The classic rock and roll fantasy compilation on milky clear vinyl. Can't Get Enough, Feel Like Making Love, Run with the Pack, Shooting Star, Moving On, Bad Company, Rock and Roll Fantasy, Electric Land, Ready for Love, and Live for the Music. And that is $29.99. Rocktober. Bad Company, 10 from 6. I've got 2 left. And we have Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn, Diamond Duet, $9.99. Gold stamp promo, Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn, $9.99. Also, this is very heavy, Gore, Heart Gore Double LP Reissue Remaster, a 2008 remaster, $21.99. That's a gruesome cover. It's got a sword going right up through somebody's heart, $21.99. And Charlie Daniels Band, Million Mile Reflections. This has The Devil Went Down to Georgia, $19.99. In the Dead Wax, it says dedicated to Ronnie, my buddy. And Michael Nath and Peter Policino both want a Bad Company. Let's sell that to Michael Nath and Peter Policino. Sold and sold. If anybody else wants one, I'll have to put you on a waiting list. Chris DeMoss, if you want a 10 from 6, or if anybody wants a Bad Company self-titled, I've got 2 of those left. Now, after this week, I was going to see how much I sold and how many waiting lists I had, but after this week, I'm going to stock up on these Rocktobers, and then sometimes, these are very limited edition. They're obviously made for October, so when they're gone, they're gone. They're not going to be pressing these next July in stock. This album will probably be in print, but it'll probably be on black vinyl if it is in print. So, Chris, let me know if you want on the wait list. Right now, I can get all of them. I know for sure I can get all of them in stock. I reordered everything just the other day. That's some of them right there, but right now I can get them. Okay, back to the bin. Hold on, I'm coming. Sam and Dave, that's a music on vinyl. Paul says it appears unopened and sealed, $29.99. Chris says he'll pass on the list. I will have those, though. If you're tuned in on Monday or probably Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll have these back in the bins if you want to claim one then. Sam and Dave, hold on, I'm coming. Elvis, the Sun Collection. This is actually from the UK. It's a mono pressing of all of his Sun sessions. We had a US version earlier, $21.99. Elvis, that's on a very interesting green label, too, from the UK, $21.99. And Kendrick Lamar, right? Kendrick Lamar, this is $36.99. DAMN period. Kendrick Lamar, $36.99, 2LP. It's amazing. Of course, I sell quite a bit here in the store. We don't show them too often. But several of these rap albums are always in the top 50 bestsellers. Tyler, the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, all of these top-selling hip-hop and rap artists, they're some of the biggest manufactured LPs every week. And we sell a lot of it here in the store, but they're always in the top 50. It's amazing. Tyler, the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, what's some of the other ones? I keep some here in the store. A lot of, we sell a lot here in the store locally. But, and what's some of those other ones? That's 2 for sure. Okay, so Brian Owens on Elvis. Brian Owens gets the Elvis. Stacy was second, Scott Smith third, and Ryan Anderson wants the Kendrick Lamar. Let's go ahead and make these MoFi pressings a buy it now. If anybody wants them, they're 55 and 55. We have Pat Benatar in the Heat of the Night, MoFi pressing. That's a $55 buy it now. And we have the B-52s. That's a $55 buy it now, the B-52s. $55 buy it now on that. So those are first come, first serve. The only 3 things that have not sold tonight, minus Steve Earle, are all audiophile records. Doobie Brothers, Pat Benatar, and the B-52s. Put down Scotty Hops on the waiting list for Bad Company, 10 from 6. You got it. Next is Waylon Jennings. This is $26.99. It's in shrink wrap, Waylon & Company. $26.99 for Waylon Jennings, Waylon & Company. And one of my favorite comps here, the Grassroots, their 16 greatest hits, $14.99. In my opinion, it would be perfect if it had one song on it, Feelings. It's missing that one song called Feelings. Or is it on here? Yeah, it is on here. Feelings is on here too. That's a great compilation. I'm thinking about that other one. There's about 3 different Grassroots. I think one's called Golden Grass, and it's missing that song. Or maybe it's missing Midnight Confessions or something like that. But yeah, that's the ultimate right there. $14.99. Okay, our next auction is going to be something that is usually missing something. It's usually missing something, and that's Grand Funk. We're an American band. This is the OG press with a pretty solid cover. Where it's foil, it always shows little signs of wear. It's kind of like Double Platinum by Kiss. It always shows wear. But this is the OG press on gold vinyl. This is going to be a $45 start. $45 start. Flip open cover on gold vinyl. $45 start. So there's the vinyl. That's Grand Funk. We're an American band, and that's on gold vinyl. And then it also has the original inner sleeve and the stickers. All right. We have Michael Naff says, Chris DeMoss, if you want a copy tonight, if you want to go ahead and get a copy tonight of the 10 from 6, you can have Michael Naff's, and he said he'll go on the waiting list. So just let me know if that's okay with you. If not, then we'll leave it. He says thank you. So go ahead and change Michael Naff's to Krista Moss, and then we'll put Michael Naff on the wait list. Jake has already got that done. He's fast. Flash, $14.99. Flash is $14.99, self-titled. Also, the best of the Guess Who. This is in shrink wrap. It's a gatefold, $21.99. That's on the tan RCA label, $21.99. John Duran also wants on the Bad Company 10 from 6 waiting list. I will have those in probably Tuesday or Wednesday show. I'll get them tonight. They'll probably ship Monday, next day shipping. I'll have them for Tuesday's show. I'll have a lot of great stuff next week. Rush, Moving Pictures, Tom Sawyer. This is a remaster, new and sealed, $36.99. Tom Sawyer. Red Barchetta, YYZ. Squeeze, Babylon and On. Squeeze is sealed. That's an original sealed copy, $29.99. If anybody wants in on Grand Funk, let me know if you want to bid now. That's complete on gold vinyl with the stickers. $45 start. $45 start on that. Let me go grab some more Japanese pressings. I got a whole nother stack over here. Jake unboxed for us right before the show started. And I've got, let's see, I've got ABBA, Billy Joel, Footloose, Culture Club, John Lennon, Billy Joel, Willie Nelson, and a very nice copy of the Doobie Brothers to Lou Street. Let's do some of these right now. Let's do some of these right now. Let's do the Doobie. This looks extremely nice. The Doobie Brothers to Lou Street. Check how nice this looks. This is going to be a $35 start. $35 start. This is the Doobie Brothers to Lou Street. Near mint minus and pristine Japanese vinyl. $35 start. Very, very nice. It has the Japanese insert with it. It's a gatefold. Ignore all the nudity on the gatefold. Textured cover, pristine. Wow, this thing looks just untouched. $35 start on that. $35 start on that. Next is Mark Querum wanted the Guess Who. And he commented earlier, GR, I thought maybe you were buying or wanting to bid on Grand Funk. I don't know why I thought that. But he wanted the Grassroots. That's so to Stephen A. Young. Stephen A. Young, you get the Grassroots. I don't have any. Stevie Ray Vaughan on Japanese is very hard to find. Scorpions, Savage Amusement in shrink wrap with hop sticker. The Scorpions is in shrink wrap with hop sticker, $29.99. Original inner sleeve. The Scorpions, $29.99. Excuse me. Andy Williams, Born Free. That's in mono in shrink wrap. Andy Williams, $9.99. Mono and in shrink wrap. Andy Williams. Ralph Stanley, Something Old, Something New. $29.99. Featuring Keith Whitley. Wow. Where's Brandon Sanders at? Ralph Stanley. I don't know if he has this one. Keith Whitley appears on this one. Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys. Something Old, Something New. That's $29.99. So final call if you want to get a bid in on Grand Funk for $45. If not, we have the Doobie Brothers, or excuse me. If not, you can wait for the buy it now for $45, and then Doobie Brothers is a $35 start. Chris DeMoss says he'll take the Ralph Stanley. I'm still hunting up to 112 Stevie Ray Vaughan 12-inch records. Wow. That's a lot of shelf space, isn't it? What is that, like 3 foot? That's probably 50 or 60. That's a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, Japanese Stevie Ray Vaughan's hard to find. The Doors is hard to find. For me, even Yes albums are hard to find. Some titles are hard to find, especially with Obies. James Bond's Greatest Hits, 20 original tracks. This is a Mexican import, $19.99. This has the James Bond theme from Russia of Love, Goldfinger, Man with a Golden Gun, $19.99. Live and Let Die, that's very cool, $19.99 for the James Bond themes compilation. ZZ Top Sleeping Bag, $14.99. ZZ Top Sleeping Bag, $14.99. $14.99 on that. And 50 million Elvis Fans Can't Be Wrong. This is actually a music on vinyl pressing of this, and it appears unopened and sealed, $24.99. Kelly Cook on JB. That's James Bond, sold to Kelly Cook. And let's go ahead and sell the Doobie Brothers to Henry's Choice. That's a beautiful copy. One bid sold to Henry's Choice for $35. And if anybody wants Grand Funk for a $45 buy it now, that's on gold vinyl with the original inner sleeve and stickers. $45 buy it now on that. I'm going to lay it right over here. $4.5 on that. A portrait of Patsy Cline, $19.99 for a portrait of Patsy Cline. That's on the MCA Cloud Sky label. Also, Mentors. Whiskey A Go-Go. This is a repress in shrink wrap, $39.99 on Mystic Records. Mentors, $39.99. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, 16's Greatest Hits. It's sealed. Has a pretty noticeable crease right up here through it, but it is sealed for $14.99. Sealed for $14.99. Craig Thompson gets the Mentors. What year is Elvis? This remaster came out from Music on Vinyl in 2010. That's an older Music on Vinyl pressing, though, 2010. And that's technically Elvis Gold Records Volume 2. Elvis Gold Records Volume 2. They call it 50 million. Boy, I wonder where that suit is. I wonder who owns that gold diamond-encrusted suit right now. That would bring some big cash at the right auction. Greg Rogers on ZZ Top. I'm surprised more people didn't go after that. That's sold to Greg Rogers, ZZ Top. Another James Bond soundtrack, Octopussy. This is actually an original sealed copy, $26.99. Octopussy sealed, $26.99. Corey says he's wearing it right now. That would be pretty incredible. This is $9.99. As I say, Fits. All Belief is Paradise. Fits is a 2007 rock album on clear vinyl, $9.99. Marty Robbins. Marty Robbins is a white label promo, $14.99. Marty Robbins, The Performer, white label promo, $14.99. The Beat Farmers, Van Gogh. The Beat Farmers is sealed, $24.99. And we have H2O, Thicker Than Water, H2O. That's a 2007 blue vinyl with black smoke, $26.99. H2O, Thicker Than Water. All right, let me recap that crate right quick. Let me see what else I got up for bid in our Japanese pile. We sold the Doobie Brothers. How about ABBA, Arrival? ABBA's going to be a $35 start. ABBA, Arrival. It's near mint and pristine. Arrival by ABBA. That's going to be a $35 start. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. ABBA, Arrival. Very nice copy. $35 start. There's the LP. There's the 2-page Japanese flip. And there's a very nice cover with Obi. $35 start for ABBA. Chris Farrar is going to get the Four Seasons. Chris Farrar is going to get the Four Seasons. That was sealed. And Christopher Morris says he'll take the Elvis if Josie Sinkbell doesn't want it. Josie, if you're passing on the Elvis, let me know, and then we're going to give that to Christopher Morris, or you can take it. Let me recap what's left here in this bin. It's probably the Graceland. There's a chance, but, you know, that picture was taken, 60 years ago, probably. And just like Paul McCartney, he was telling Conan O'Brien during the interview about his book, over the years, stuff comes up missing by these celebrities. People start just taking stuff from them. And they don't even notice it's missing, like their clothes and their stuff. But, you could pull anything out of Graceland, like an Elvis shirt, be like, this is Elvis, and, it's worth $50,000. Just like if you had one of John Lennon's suits he wore on Ed Sullivan, that would bring... People own that stuff. It's probably a lot of it's stolen over the years. It's in people's closets, and they don't even really know what they have. And even if they did have it, they couldn't put it up for sale because it's stolen. So it's just traded on the black market. Billy Joe, An Innocent Man. This is a near mint and pristine Japanese pressing with the flip and the insert there. Shrink wrap cover with Obi, a very nice copy. We did one of these last night. Here's another one, $35 start. $35 start on that. Okay, and those are both. Let's recap what's left in this bin. I actually have 2 more crates of new arrivals, and I'm going to go through at least one more bin of $6.99, and that will probably take at least the next hour or so, but it's already 10 o'clock, and if you're one of the 141 people still watching, thank you. And we've got plenty more vinyl to show you here, wrapping up the last show of the week. And we'll be live again tomorrow doing coins and knives as well. All right. Take a drink of water there. Here we go. So here's what's left in this bin. If you need prices, let me know. True Genius, Sides of Ray Charles. That's sealed on orange vinyl. Thank Man, The Formula. This was called Iron Lung, Sexless No Sex. Also Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn. Gore. Sam and Dave, Hold On, I'm Coming. Charlie Daniels Band, Million Mile Reflections. Waylon and Company, Flash, Rush Moving Pictures, Scorpions is still available. Shrink wrap and hop sticker. Squeeze. Andy Williams, Octopussy, Portrait of Patsy Cline, Fitz, Marty Robbins, H2O, and the Beet Farmers. All right, let's go through. Actually, I might go ahead. I'd rather do these sooner than later and go ahead and do that other crate of on-sale records. Let me go do that because I don't know at some point if we decide to end early, I would rather save new arrivals so we can show them another night. But I'm going to go ahead and get these other new vintage arrivals. So let me do that right quick. Or I should have said, let me go get the other $6.99 crate. I'd rather do that right now than show some of the new vintage arrivals. And then we'll see where we're at on time and viewers. And we'll go from there. So, price on Conway and what is H2O? Give me 1 second on that. Got some great $6.99 stuff. That's a fresh crate of $6.99 that I just assembled. I was doing some sorting in the back. I got $14.99 and $19.99 stuff too, but I don't have enough to really make a whole bunch of crates. I'm working on building that up actually right now. For sometime next week, we'll do a couple sales where we have nothing but on-sale crates. So first is H2O is Hardcore and Punk, Blue Marble Vinyl, $26.99, and Conway and Loretta is $9.99. $9.99. Those are still available. Okay, let's go through some $6.99 stuff. I'm going to go through these pretty fast. These are $6.99. George Lewis in Japan, $6.99. George Lewis in Japan, $6.99. Kenny Rogers, Gideon. If I'm not saying anything about the condition notes, then they're EX plus near minus, $6.99. The Sutherland Brothers and Quiver, Slipstream, $6.99 on the Sutherland Brothers and Quiver. Mungo Santa Maria, Red Hot. Mungo Santa Maria is $6.99. The Fools, Out of Order. World Dance Party, The Fools is $6.99. Also Argent, Nexus, $6.99. And Bachman Turner Overdrive, Head On. Those are all $6.99. Joe Hawkins says he'll take the Conway. Let me make sure the other person who asked about it didn't want it, which was Eddie Manning. If he's passing, then Jake, that is sticker. That's Conway and Loretta. That's sticker for $6.99. And then 3 sold out of the $6.99 bin. That's Kenny Rogers to GC Colleton. Jetstream wants Mongo Santa Maria. And he also wants George Lewis. So those next two are sold to Jetstream and Jetstream. And Joe Hawkins gets the Conway. Of course, that was sticker. So these are $6.99. Sutherland Brothers, The Fools, Argent, and Bachman are still available. The Osborne Brothers, Modern Sounds of Bluegrass Music, $6.99 on the Osborne Brothers. Arlo Guthrie, Alice's Restaurant, $6.99 for Arlo Guthrie, Alice's Restaurant. Bonnie Tyler, we had one of these in the last $6.99 bin. Total Eclipse of the Heart, Faster Than the Speed of Light, $6.99 for that. The Who, It's Hard, no condition notes, very clean copy, just $6.99. Chris B. Jack wants Arlo Guthrie. GC Colleton was next, so Chris B. Jack first to that. $6.99. We have Spirit, 2LP, just $6.99 now. No condition notes either. About a VG or VG Plus cover. Buddy Holly, Holly and the Hills, a VG copy, now just $6.99. Buddy Holly, that's on the Rainbow Coral label. Got some big discounts in here, just trying to move some records out of the bins. We got so many. Stories is in VG condition, $6.99. Darren Davis on Osborne Brothers. That's sold to Darren Davis. Osborne Brothers is sold to Darren Davis. The Greatest Ray Charles, VG Plus condition, $6.99. $6.99 for that. And Christopher Morris says he'll take Buddy Holly. Joe Hawkins is like 2 more packs of vinyl clean cloths. Let me show those because I found another case of them behind the counter. Maybe we can sell a bunch of them tonight. These are vinyl style record cleaning cloths. They're lubricated and they're one of our as far as individual quantities, this is one of our all-time best sellers. It has to be because we've sold so many. And they're from vinyl style. They're self-lubricated. They're 8-inch by 9-inch. They're $4.99. We're going to put Joe Hawkins down for 2 of them, Jake. And if anybody else wants one, let me know. Are they reusable? So yeah, I mean, when they dry out, they've kind of lost their touch. But I mean, you can still, if you have like there's still a microfiber cloth. So if you have some kind of solution you clean with, then you can continue to use them. Yes, you can continue to use them, but kind of when the lubrication goes off, you know, they're not going to be the best. But yes, I mean, we still have some here we've used as just cloths. Let me open up this box, but I have a whole box of them here, so we've sold a lot of them. So yeah, here's a whole new box. I don't know if y'all could hear me open it or not, but yeah, we've sold a bunch of those. Okay, looks like we're about to get, Jake's just gonna write down everybody's name instead of making sticky notes. So they're $4.99. Thank you, Joe Hawkins, for asking. One record to pull out here though, right quick, the Fools. That was the Fools out of order. Let me go ahead and pull that for John Stevens. And then Joe Hawkins wants 3 cloths, so there's his third. And Sam Squatch 67 says he'll take 2. I'm going to pull them out and make sure we don't oversell here, Jake. There's 2 to Sam Squatch. Christopher Morris says he'll take 2. Christopher Morris got 2. Jane Fink says she'll take a cloth. G.C. Colleton says he'll take 1. Stephen A. Young says he'll take 1. Says it cleans 50 records per cloth. There we go. Toby Graham says he'll take 2. And Homeland Conspiracy takes 1. There we have it. All right, so I still got several there. Those are vinyl style cleaning cloths, $4.99. That's what I have left. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 maybe. Okay, there's those. And Chris B. Jack says he'll take 2. Have you already got 1? I think that was his first claim. So there's Chris B. Jack for 2 and Corey Gaston for 2. So there's 2 more. Chris B. Jack and Corey Gaston, 2 and 2. Jake's running out of room on a sticky note. All right, let me go ahead and introduce 2 auctions while we're doing that. So these are buy it nows, $35. ABBA and Billy Joel. They're both near mint, pristine. ABBA Arrival and Billy Joel Innocent Man. Those are both $35 buy it nows. I think we sold 2 Billy Joel Innocent Mans last night out of the buy it now Japanese bin. Let's go ahead and introduce some next auctions. This is Footloose. Footloose is a $35 start. Top copy, shrink wrap, Obi, hype sticker, Footloose. Kenny Loggins, Cut Loose. This is a $35 start. Original motion picture soundtrack, Kenny Loggins. The vinyl is near mint and pristine. There's the LP. There is the insert. There's the other insert. And there's the cover with Obi, $35 start. Also, as far as box sets, my distributor is running a sale called Boxtober, where they've got a lot of box sets on sale, and I was thinking about doing the same thing. We have a ton of box sets. If there's one you've had your eye on and you're wanting to know maybe my best price or wanting to make an offer on it, let me know, and I would love to make you a deal on some box sets. It's Boxtober. I still got the Led Zeppelin Motherships. I got Rat. I got the Rat entire discography box set. Still got the Smashing Pumpkins. I've only got 2 Led Zeppelins in stock right now. I need to get some more Led Zeppelins. I got Presents, and I got In Through the Outdoor, and I got a couple fairly recent box sets too. So let's do ABBA. Jake, that was a buy it now for $35 to Russell S. And I'll take 4 cloths if you have some more. Jetstream, was that your first claim? You wasn't earlier in the list, was you? No, I don't think so. So Jetstream on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. There's 4 cloths to Jetstream. These are all $4.99 each. I don't have Pink Floyd Pulse. You may have seen a picture of a puzzle. You may have seen somebody post a picture of a puzzle. I don't have that. So, all right, Jetstream got 4 cloths. Wow, almost out. We have, now I can count them. We have 6 left. Okay, back to the $6.99 stuff. That was a big delay. That's okay. $6.99. We have War Galaxy. That's a VG copy for $6.99. War Galaxy, VG copy, $6.99. Moonshot, Buffy Santa Marie. Moonshot, Buffy Santa Marie. That is $6.99. Also, Rick Springfield, Hard to Hold. Rick Springfield is VG Plus condition, $6.99. Rick Springfield, Hard to Hold. VG Plus condition, $6.99. And Dire Straits, VG minus, $6.99 on Dire Straits. How much for Rat? Give me 1 second on that. And Mothership and Smashing Pumpkins. Give me 1 second on all those. But first, let's give Jetstream War. Jetstream wants War. And Kelly Cook wants 2 cleaning cloths. Is that Kelly's first claim? I don't see Kelly anywhere else. So yeah, let's give Kelly 2 cloths. 2 cloths to Kelly. All right. Dire Straits is sold to John Duran for $6.99. And we have the very best of Gary Lewis and the Playboys. That's now $6.99. And the section moving forward, $6.99. Let me grab a couple of these box sets that are in question. Oh, we sold a rat today in the store. Yep, it's gone. I had 2 over here. Somebody bought one today in the store for $199.99. Let me grab a Smashing Pumpkins, and somebody wants to know best price on Mothership. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I have these 3 box sets that were just in question, and actually I have multiples of all 3, so this is a great one to ask about. Mothership, $139.99. This would be $115 if anybody wants one. $115. That's tonight and tonight only. Don't tell anybody else. Led Zeppelin Mothership, $115 buy it now. That's a 4LP new sealed Led Zeppelin box set. Their greatest hits. Smashing Pumpkins, originally $119.99. Original $119.99. If anybody wants one right now, $95. $95 for Smashing Pumpkins. $25 off that one. Smashing Pumpkins, $95. Also, we have Rat, the Atlantic Years. This is Rat. You get Out of the Cellar, Invasion of Your Privacy, Dancing Undercover, Reach for the Sky, and the very hard to get Detonator. You also get a book, backstage pass, guitar pick, bumper sticker, a 7-inch single, and a poster. I will do that for $174.99. That's the cheapest I've ever offered that. And I have sold a bunch for $199.99. I've sold over, well, the pre-order was nearly 100 of them. Not quite as popular as the Van Halen box, but we sold a bunch of them. The pre-order was nearly 100. $174.99. I've got 3 of these left. I got 3 of these left. There's those. Jetstream gets the section for $6.99. I have no Zeppelin BBC, unfortunately. All right, back to the $6.99 stuff. We have Rosie Flores. Rosie is $6.99. Tony Bennett, Listen Easy. Tony Bennett, featuring Tell Her It's Snowing. $6.99 for Tony Bennett. $6.99 on Mr. TB. Everything in here is on sale for $6.99. Also, the Four Seasons, the second vault of golden hits. The Four Seasons is $6.99. Four Seasons and John Travolta. John Travolta, $6.99. Shout at the devil. I don't have any Motley Crue or Dokken box sets. I've been sold out of those for a while. John Duran will take a Smashing Pumpkins. Jake, that is going to be $95 for the Smashing Pumpkins. $95 for Smashing Pumpkins. I have sold a bunch of these for $200. We auctioned one night. One night we had one that was sealed when it was out of print, and they were a $300 box. We sold one for about $300 sealed one night at auction when they were out of print. That is $95 to John Duran. Smashing Pumpkin stuff is like a roller coaster. When it comes back in print, you can get them affordably. When they go out of print and all the stock dries up, they triple in price overnight. It's pretty incredible. There's people every day online buying Smashing Pumpkins records in the thousands. It's amazing. Jane Fink gets the John Travolta for $6.99, and Christopher Morris wants Gary Lewis. Smashing Pumpkins is one of the most sought after and top selling new vinyl in production. It's incredible how many albums they sell. Impressionos, Do Brazil, Lorindo Aldamedia on guitar, Ray Turner piano. That's $6.99. Leon and Mary Russell, Make Love to the Music. Leon and Mary Russell. That's now just $6.99. Also, The Feel of Neil Diamond. This is cool. It's an older record. VG condition, $6.99. Solitary Man, Cherry Cherry. That's on the original Bang label. VG condition, $6.99. Jetstream wants the Brazil record. That's sold to Jetstream for $6.99. We also have Jefferson Starship, Nuclear Furniture. Jefferson Starship, no condition note, $6.99. And the New York Rock and Roll Ensemble, that's in VG Plus condition, $6.99. If anybody wants Footloose, it's a buy it now for $35. Footloose is a buy it now for $35. That's going right over here in the Japanese buy it now pile. I also have Culture Club, Kissin' to Be Clever, pristine Japanese pressing. If anybody wants it for a $35 starting bid. It's near mint, pristine with Obi Culture Club, $35 start. Footloose is sold, $35. Buy it now, $35, and that's sold to Travis McLarty. Travis, thank you. That's sold to you for $35. Darren Davis is going to get the Jefferson Airplane for $6.99. That's sold to Darren Davis. Dave Grusin and Lee Rittenauer in shrink wrap, $6.99 for Dave Grusin and Lee Rittenauer. Disco Fever, Dancing Fever. This is $6.99. Disco Inferno, Devil's Gun, Dance Dance Dance. That's a disco comp, $6.99. Olivia Newton-John, Totally Hot, $6.99 for Olivia Newton-John, Totally Hot. $6.99. That's got the original in the sleeve, no condition notes. Viva, Porter Wagner. Porter Wagner, $6.99. That's later in his catalog, 1983. Jackie Reynolds wants the Dancing Fever. That's sold to Jackie Reynolds for $6.99. John Duran, you were second. Franco Zeffirelli in the production of Romeo and Juliet. That's the Romeo and Juliet soundtrack, $6.99. $6.99 for Romeo and Juliet. Jerry Lee Lewis, $6.99 as well. The Golden Cream of the Country, Jerry Lee Lewis, $6.99. Discopedia Volume 4. Continuous disco music, Discopedia Volume 1, not 4, another disco. Continuous disco music, $6.90, performed by Mirror Image. Performed by Mirror Image. Frank Sinatra, Come Dance With Me. Sinatra, older pressing here, $6.99 on older Capitol label, $6.99 on Sinatra. John Duran, first of this disco record. That's sold to John Duran. And we have The Jazz Masters by Joe Masters. The Jazz Masters by Joe Masters, $6.99. Jetstream first on Frank Sinatra. Garrett, you were a close second on that one, but that sold is to Jetstream. Jetstream. You know Jetstream likes, well, no, is that Dean Martin? Jetstream, is that on your YouTube? That's Dean Martin, isn't it? I can't tell. It's a small icon. I can see y'all's profile pictures, but they're so tiny, I never do really get to look at them. But I think you can tell Jetstream's into the Rat Pack stuff. It looks like his image there is Dean Martin. Okay, buy it now on Culture Club. Buy it now on Culture Club. If anybody wants this for $35, it's a buy it now. Kiss and Be Clever. It's mint and pristine with the Japanese inserts. $35 on that. He says it is Dino, Dean Martin. Must like the Rat Pack stuff for sure. Always a popular seller. The Rat Pack stuff has seen a resurgence in the last 20 years. You know, those were always dollar bin records. Now it's hard for us to keep Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin records in our bins. It's amazing. Part of that just resurgence. There's a lot of younger people listening to the Rat Pack stuff. They're into the culture of the clothing and the music. Very something a lot of people wouldn't have predicted probably, 40 years ago. All right, we have Shaved Fish, John Lennon and Plastic Ono Band. This is a Japanese compilation of John Lennon music, Plastic Ono Band, $35 start. $35 start. Only a $35 start. This is a John Lennon hits compilation. It's called Shaved Fish. There's the original insert. There's the inner sleeve. There's the Japanese insert. Give Peace a Chance, Instant Karma, Imagine's on here, Number 9 Dream, and his Christmas song. $35 start on that. So Sinatra sold, and then Thomas Bowman wants the Olivia Newton-John. That sold to Thomas Bowman. That was right here. That sold to Thomas Bowman, $6.99. And the Blues Project live at Town Hall. That's $6.99. The Blues Project live at Town Hall, $6.99. Jetstream says he ain't young, but he still loves him some Rat Pack. I think that's something that's going to be around once again for a while, just like all these classic rock LPs and metal and ABBA. ABBA's got this huge following, incredible. How many people are into ABBA? New and young. I mean, old and young. However you want to call it. Chad and Jeremy, Sing For You. Chad and Jeremy is $6.99. Sing For You, $6.99 for Chad and Jeremy. Sing For You. Also, we have Alan. Alan, still hot on Elvis. Who is Alan? $6.99. Do we got a last name? His name is just Alan, like Cher or Kramer. $6.99 for Alan. Some kind of Elvis tribute. Christopher Morris on CH. That's probably for Chad and Jeremy. Is that right, Christopher Morris? Christopher Morris is also in on John Lennon for $35. That's going twice, going 3 times for Shaved Fish. $35. Lonnie Brooks, Hot Shot. Lonnie Brooks, Hot Shot. $6.99 for Lonnie Brooks. We also have George Harrison, Living in the Material World. $6.99. It's a VG copy. It does have the insert with it. $6.99. That's George Harrison. That does have the insert, Living in the Material World. Emmylou Harris, Pieces of the Sky. Emmylou Harris is in VG Plus condition, $6.99. Pieces of the Sky. Shakedown, first on George Harrison. That's sold to Shakedown. G.C. Colleton, you were second. We have the Lamont Cranston Band, Up from the Alley. The Lamont Cranston Band, VG Plus condition, $6.99. G.C. Colleton, you were second on George Harrison. Corey Gaston got Emmylou Harris. Chris Bijak got Lonnie Brooks. Jane Fink, you were second on George Harrison. Garrett, you were second on Emmylou Harris. Willie Nelson and Family, Honeysuckle Rose. That's in VG Plus condition, $6.99. Cherish, David Cassidy. Cherish, David Cassidy. That's a white label promo, VG Plus condition, $6.99. John Miller wants the Lonnie Brooks. Did I already pull that? Hold on a second. Make sure I get all that right there. Let's see. Chad and Jeremy to Christopher Morris. George Harrison to Shakedown. G.C. Colleton. Corey Gaston got Emmylou Harris. And then John Miller got Lonnie Brooks. Yes. John Miller got Lonnie Brooks. Corey Gaston first on Willie Nelson. Jane Fink first on David Cassidy, and Josie Sinkbell next on Willie Nelson. All right, John Lennon is sold, $35, one bid. Christopher Morris, $35 on that. Now, I got another ABBA record for you. It's one of my most hated because I never can get this name right. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Voulez-Vous. Voulez-Vous. This is ABBA Voulez-Vous. It's a near mint and pristine Japanese pressing with obi. It's a gatefold with the inserts, and, oh, hold on a second. Time out. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, there's the jacket with obi, $35 start. This has a photo insert, Ted. That's interesting. Is there any more of those? Just that one. I don't know if that, I've never seen that before. I don't know if there's supposed to be more of those or something. There's the inner sleeve. There's the insert. There's a solicitation form, and the vinyl's near mint. That's ABBA Voulez-Vous. Let's see. Chris B got... I may have did the Lonnie Brooks. Yeah, Chris, I knew somebody had commented that before John Miller. Chris Bijak got Lonnie Brooks. Sorry, that was a flurry of comments there. So, sorry, John Miller. I knew I'd already called that. Chris Bijak got the Lonnie Brooks. Chris Bijak got the Lonnie Brooks. So, that was Christopher Morris or Shakedown on George Harrison. Corey Gaston, Emmylou Harris. Chris Bijak, Lonnie Brooks. Corey Gaston, Emmylou Harris. Chris Bijak, Lonnie Brooks. Corey Gaston, Willie Nelson. Jane Fink, David Cassidy. That's the correct order. Jake's like, I'm figuring it out. Spanking Our Gang, Like to Get to Know You. Like to Get to Know You. $6.99 on Spanking Our Gang. Jerry Butler, Power of Love. Jerry Butler, $6.99, Power of Love. Also, Stories. We had one of these earlier in VG. Here's one, No Condition Notes with the hop sticker. $6.99 for Stories. $6.99. Also, Graham Nash, Wild Tales. $6.99 for Graham Nash, Wild Tales. Sinatra, She Shot Me Down. Frank Sinatra, $6.99. And Gary Lewis and the Playboys, Golden Greats, $6.99. Gary Lewis and the Playboys, Golden Great, $6.99. Do we have people interested in Sinatra? It looks like we do because I have actually a small but a noticeable selection of Frank Sinatra records that I walked by last night. I might go grab some of those. And this one is sold. It looks like we might have. We need to get some more Sinatra for Jetstream, and we need to find some for Garrett. Let me step back there and get those right quick. Let's sell that to Jetstream. And what I'll do on these is we'll do first come, first serve by the name of the album. I know exactly where they're at. They're 10 more steps away from me right here. Also, let me see if any of these sports, see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, okay. I got some new cards graded back from PSA. I put them out here in the store, and I forgot to make a post about them. I took pictures and everything, so. Let's see. Yeah, some of these are very nice. So here's what we're going to do. Here's some more $6.99. I didn't even look what I grabbed, but if you are interested in any of these Sinatra albums, Don't put Sinatra or Frank or SS. Comment the name of the album, okay? Comment the name of the album. These are all going to be $6.99. Closeout. We have Oh Blue Eyes is back. So for something like this, you can put blue or eyes or oh or back or something of that nature. So I know you're first, and also so Jake can figure it out. $6.99. We have Come Back to Sorrento. This is in VG Plus condition. VG Plus condition. That's a Columbia 6i. That's an original press. Come Back to Sorrento. $6.99. Blue Eyes sold to Jetstream. $6.99. Garrett was second. Well, we got some battling going on. Gary, you might need to upgrade your internet connection. Oh, here's another copy. Oh, Blue Eyes is back. We're going to have to default and give this one to Garrett. Hey, there's two there. That works out for everybody. There's one for Jetstream, and there's one for Garrett. They're both very nice, clean copies. There's Come Back to Sorrento. Also, we have Romantic Songs from the Early Years. That's in VG Plus condition, $6.99. Romantic Songs from the Early Years. So actually, Jake, Blue Eyes goes to Jetstream and Garrett. We have Jeff H. for Come Back. And we have Romantic Songs from the Early Years. That's sold to Jetstream, $6.99. We have next another Come Back to Sorrento. If anybody else wants one, this one's in VG condition, a little bit lesser grade, still the original label, $6.99. So there's an extra one of that if anybody wants it. Michael Nath has dibs on the third one. Sinatra Sings of Love and Things. Sinatra Sings of Love and Things. This has a barcode on the back. It is near mint on this blue capital label. There's Sinatra Sings of Love and Things. That's $6.99. Of Love and Things. A Man Alone. A Man Alone. $6.99 for A Man Alone. And other songs of Rod McGowan. And this is, I was going to try to show you the label here. That's on his custom reprise label. Custom reprise label. So we have Romantic to Jetstream. Chris Ferrara is going to get the other Sorrento album. That's sold to Chris Ferrara. Michael Nath gets the Alone. Michael Nath gets the Alone. Jetstream second and Garrett third on that. Is Facebook working? Is anybody there on Facebook? Can anybody hear me on Facebook right now? Jake just noticed everybody bidding right now is on YouTube. I'll just take a quick time out. Jake might want to tag those right quick. And we have ABBA, Voulez-Vous, so it don't get too confusing because we got about 10 more, 15 more Sinatra records. If anybody wants ABBA, it's a $35 buy it now. If anybody wants ABBA, it's a $35 buy it now. ABBA, Voulez-Vous. ABBA, Voulez-Vous. That's a $35 buy it now if anybody wants that. I'm going to go ahead and introduce our third auction. Here's a really cool copy of Harmony by Three Dog Night. I don't get a lot of their stuff on Japanese vinyl. This is Harmony, Three Dog Night. Japanese pressing with Obi, pristine, $35 start. Old-fashioned love songs on here, $35 start. That's Three Dog Night Harmony. Very cool. $35 start on that. All right, back up to the top. We have alone, check, yes, here, yeah, here, hello, here, yes, yes, 2 dots, I hear you, test, yes, we can hear, yep, yes, test, because of all Blue Eyes, you're good, Chad, 3 dots, can hear you, I hear you. All the Frank fans are YouTubers, evidently. Okay, next is, there it is for Michael Nath, Oh Blue Eyes. He was third on that one, so there's one for Michael Nath, $6.99. Also, September of My Years in shrink wrap, $6.99. That's on the Frank Sinatra custom label. That is mint in shrink wrap, $6.99. September of My Years. Sinatra and Company with Antonio Carlos Jobim. Jobim, that's in VG Plus condition. That's Sinatra and Company, VG Plus condition. Jetstream first to September. GC Colleton was second. There's Sinatra and Company. Next is LA is My Lady. LA is My Lady with Quincy Jones, $6.99 on that. Chris B. Jack is going to get the one with Jobim. That's sold to Chris B. Jack. LA is My Lady and Sinatra Sings is the only two still available as of right now. There's another, A Man Alone. We'll do first come, first serve on that. I know we had backups earlier, but here's another one. A Man Alone. This is a UK copy. A Man Alone. There's a UK copy. $6.99 on that. And this is not Frank Sinatra. This is music from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And that is $6.99. Music from the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That's a Pickwick, $6.99. Garrett was first that time on A Man Alone. That's sold to Garrett, $6.99 as well. There's Close Encounters. There's another Close Encounters. And this also has, wow, I shouldn't be doing this for $6.99, but I'm going to. it also has the bonus 7-inch single. That's the original soundtrack with the bonus 7-inch single. Wow, that's a deal, but I guess everything in here all of a sudden is $6.99. And She Shot Me Down, another Sinatra. She Shot Me Down, $6.99, Frank Sinatra. Okay, so Man Alone went to Garrett. Jetstream was second. Henry's Choice is at 35 on the Three Dog Night. That's going once, going twice to Henry's Choice. Three Dog Night. Shakedown first to Close Encounters. Michael Golston second. Jet at third. And I'm pretty sure, I got 2 copies, but they're much different. This is the original with the bonus 45, and then that's a Pickwick, not original soundtrack. That's like a Pickwick. I think it's the same music, but it's not on the official label. So I believe Shakedown was first to this one, so give this one to Shakedown, Jake. That's the Close Encounters. If anybody wants this one that was next, let me know. But that's not, it's not unofficial, but it's not the original soundtrack. That's the Pickwick. I'm going to actually set that aside so there's no confusion right now. And Final Call on Three Dog Night. And then next was She Shot Me Down. That's sold to Jetstream. Okay, next in the Sinatra bin for $6.99, we have My Kind of Broadway. My Kind of Broadway. This is $6.99. My Kind of Broadway. My Kind of Broadway, Sinatra. And The Voice. Boy, this one's early here. This is in mono. I think this is from 50. I thought it had a year on it, but yeah, that's early. Mono, and that's The Voice. The Voice. That's a Columbia 6.5. That's probably late 50s on that. Late 50s. Jetstream first on My Kind of Broadway, $6.99. That's sold to Jetstream, and Garrett was first on The Voice. Garrett first there on The Voice, $6.99. Chris B. Jack second, Jetstream third, and Jeff H. fourth. Next is The Early Years, Frank Sinatra's Greatest Hits, The Early Years. That's also $6.99. Columbia Special Products, Greatest Hits, Early Years, and this one's called Close Up. And that's another compilation, 2LP. That's another compilation, 2LP, Close Up, $6.99. Sinatra. It's Sinatra night. Let's go ahead and sell the Three Dog Night, Jake, for $35 to Henry's Choice. That's sold to him for $35. And the first to The Early Years was Michael Nath for $6.99. That's sold to Michael Nath. Jetstream was second, but Jetstream was first on Close Up, also for $6.99. So there's only 3 Sinatra records left. Make that 2. Sinatra Sings of Love and Things. And L.A. is My Lady with Quincy Jones. Those are 2 left, $6.99. Sinatra Saturdays. We have more. I know if I got them all together, we probably could fill up a whole crate of stuff that's priced out here on the floor and in our bins, but that's all we have that's left there. Jedit says he'll take that other Close Encounter. So sell this other Close Encounter to Jedit for $6.99. We got Jedit and we got Jetstream. Jedit wants that Close Encounter, and those 2 are still available. I don't think I ever read the titles that's left in here for $6.99. So let's go through these one more time. These are all records that are $6.99. I'm going to read through those one more time. $6.99. I'm just going to read titles. If you want to confirm condition, just let me know. Sutherland Brothers and Quiver, Argent Nexus, Bachman Turner Overdrive, Head On, Bonnie Tyler, The Who, It's Hard, Spirit, Stories, The Greatest Ray Charles, Moonshot, Buffy Santamarie, Rick Springfield, Hard to Hold, Rosie Flores, maybe? I don't think it's Rosie Flores. I think it's Rosie Flores. Tony Bennett, Tell Her It's Snowing. It's called Listen Easy. Also, The Four Seasons, second vault of Golden Hits. This is Leon and Mary Russell, The Feel of Neil Diamond, the New York Rock and Roll Ensemble, Dave Grusin and Lee Ritenour, Viva Porter Wagner, Franco Zeffirelli, Romeo and Juliet, Jerry Lee Lewis, The Jazz Mass by Joe Masters, Blues Project, Allen, Lamont Cranston Band, Spanking Our Gang, also Stories, Graham Nash, Gary Lewis, Sinatra, and Sinatra. I Need a Cigarette. That was stressful, wasn't it? I was specific on the John Williams copy. The first claim was made before it's shown, but it's what it is. So what happens if I show 2 records back to back, like the Close Encounters? If I show 2 records back to back, whoever's first gets pick of whatever. So like if I showed 3, if this was any other crate and I showed 3 Sinatra records first, Whoever put Sinatra would get dibs, unless I specify, let me know the name album like I did with those. So that's why Shakedown was first, and then he got pick. And then Michael, you were second, but he was first, and he put Close Encounters. So he got pick of either one. That's how that works. And then you were second, but of course Shakedown got it. That's how that works. Okay, Pam Dickens wants the Ray Charles. Let me find that. That was right back here. Ray Charles, that was right here. That sold to Pam Dickens for $6.99. Chris Farrar gets the Four Seasons. That was right in here. Chris Farrar on the Four Seasons, second vault of hits featuring Sherry. Romelu says he'll take the other Sinatras. So we have Romelu says he'll take the other two Sinatras and the Tony Bennett. Those are all $6.99. Those are sold to Romelu, $6.99. Do we want to go get the Sinatra and the soundtracks are right back to each other? I can go grab. I'll have to flip through them first, but I don't mind blowing out some soundtracks as well. If anybody wants me to go pull those, that should be a fun crate. The soundtracks. I may have to do a quick flip, make sure there's no like $50 ones or $30 ones in there. But if we just got some basic soundtracks, what the heck am I looking for? I'm talking and thinking. I'm looking for Tony Bennett, Jake. And those are all three to Romelu. There it is. Those are sold to Romelu. So Frank Sinatra, and Tony Bennett. We are now out of Frank Sinatra. So let me actually go back there and take a peek in that bin. And I might bring some of those up here. And I think that's also, it's the Sinatra and the soundtracks are two custom bins. We have their kind of back to back. So let me put these away. And let me see what I got back there. I'm going to take an empty crate with me just in case. Might be one of the last things we do tonight. I like doing stuff on sale. It's really helping us out by emptying these bins back here for sure. We got so many. All right, if you can hear me, I'm back, and I didn't pull anything out. I left several fantastic deals in here. I left several fantastic deals in here, and $6.99. No more new vintage. I think I'm going to go through these, and then we'll do a big recap. And but yeah, no more new vintage. I think I've got another. Well, if I condensed them, I would have one more crate of new stuff. We'll just save that for Monday night's sale. We'll already be on the head start of a $6.99 or with new vinyl. So these are all soundtracks. $6.99. $6.99. First come, first serve. $6.99. Gone with the Wind. Music from the original motion picture score. $6.99. $6.99 for Gone with the Wind. Charlie, that's music by Ravi Shankar. Charlie, that's on the World Pacific label. $6.99 for Charlie soundtrack, Ravi Shankar. The Main Event, $6.99. These are all soundtracks for $6.99. Stealing Home, this has music by Bo Diddley, David Foster, The Four Seasons, Jerry Lee Lewis, The Nylons, and The Shirelles. Stealing Home is $6.99. Romelu wants Gone with the Wind. Jake, these are also $6.99. Closeout bin on soundtracks. Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro in New York, $6.99 for Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro. That's the two actors. The music is by John Kander and Fred Ebb. Sometimes I'll be reading the actors. I'll be like, Harrison Ford, Witness. Of course, Harrison Ford is not playing the music. He's the actor. But, of course, I usually put that on the front. That's the first thing that I read when I see it. $6.99 for the Witness soundtrack. Romelu got Gone with the Wind. Cynthia Herdren wants the New York with Liza Minnelli. Main Event is sold to Jedit, Main Event, and Pam Dickens is first on Witness. These are all $6.99. Still have Stealing Home and Charlie. Next is Any Which Way You Can with Clint Eastwood. Any Which Way You Can, $6.99. Also, Honky Tonk Man, that is sealed, an original sealed copy, also a Clint Eastwood film. Those are $6.99 each. Man in the Middle, that looks interesting. Original soundtrack album, $6.99 on that. Man in the Middle, $6.99. Another Charlie, music by Ravi Shankar. I'll put that back here with the other one. That is Charlie, $6.99. Airport, 1975, sealed. Sealed. Music from the original motion picture soundtrack, Airport, 1975. That's also $6.99. The Agony and the Ecstasy. Charleston Heston was in that with Rex Harrison. That is $6.99. Jetstream wants Airport. That's sold to Jetstream, $6.99. We also have The Eternal Sea. The Eternal Sea, $6.99. Older film there. Very cool cover. Looks like it's World War II related. Sherry Darnell wants Any Which Way You Can. Right? Any Which Way You Can. Yes, that's sold to Sherry Darnell, $6.99. The Towering Inferno. This is one of John Williams' first soundtracks. This is actually a promo copy. Major discount on this. The Towering Inferno, that's a promotional copy, $6.99. The Eternal Sea is sold to Jetstream. The Eternal Sea, that's sold to Jetstream. And Jane wants Fast Times. Well, not in here. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That's not going to be in this bin. That is an instant seller anytime we have that. Jetstream wants Tower Inferno. That is sold to Jetstream, Towering Inferno. Also, we have Sisters. Bernard Herrmann in Sisters, original soundtrack film, $6.99. $6.99. Triple Cross, original motion picture soundtrack, music by Georges Gavarantes. I don't think I said that right, but I'm close. $6.99. Chariots of Fire, music from Vangelis, $6.99. And Cynthia Hurgin wants Sisters. Yeah, no Forrest Gump in here. I do have those in stock. If you're looking for The Breakfast Club or Dirty Dancing or Forrest Gump or some of those that we always have in stock, I have those on new vinyl, but you won't find those in here probably. Chariots of Fire, though, Vangelis, $6.99. The Hindenburg, this is sealed. 1975, sealed, $6.99. Cynthia Hurgin wants the Chariots of Fire, $6.99, Chariots of Fire. And Wild in the Streets, original motion picture soundtrack, Wild in the Streets, $6.99. Richard Pryor noted. Is he in the movie? It's Richard Pryor. I've never seen this, but songs by Barry Mann. I guess Richard Pryor was in the film, $6.99. Ryan Willis on Charlie. Now, let me figure out what I'm doing here. Cynthia gets Chariots of Fire, Morel's Wedding. Is that another soundtrack? If so, I don't have it. And Ryan Willis, are you wanting the Agony and the Ecstasy, the Charleston Heston? Ryan Willis, if so, that's sold to you for $6.99. The Rat's on sale for tonight only, $175. Rat, the Atlantic Years box set, $175. Oh, Ravi Shankar, got it. He wants the Ravi Shankar, this right here, Charlie. Yeah, it's spelled kind of weird. It's C-H-R-L-Y. That's sold to Ryan Willis. Okay, Ted Stevens, Honky Condition. Honky Tonk Man, it's sealed. It's never been opened. Has one saw mark here, $6.99. This is just kind of a closeout on some soundtracks. I just went and grabbed the whole bin, $6.99. The Strawberry Statement, Crosby, Stills, Nash Young, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and Neil Young. I always thought that was weird how they did that. They put CSNY, CSN, and then Neil Young, but that's how it's credited. Bubby Santa Maria and Thunderclap Newman, $6.99. Ted Stevens wants Honky Tonk Man. That's one that I normally wouldn't have left in there, but I did, and it's sold to Shakedown, Strawberry Statement. Here's another one that definitely shouldn't be in here, The Savage 7, music by Cream and Iron Butterfly, a beautiful copy, $6.99. That's Savage 7. Now just $6.99. Another Gone with the Wind, music from the motion picture. I don't see this cover as often. This is an older copy for sure, 1967, $6.99, Gone with the Wind. So Shakedown got Strawberry, Jetstream got Savage 7, Michael Nath was second, Stephen A. Young was third, Flashdance, that's now $6.99, Flashdance, $6.99, and the Flamingo Kid, another great one, in shrink wrap, $6.99. These are a couple here that normally sell out of the new arrivals. The Flamingo Kid, $6.99. Chris Ferrara, you were fourth on Savage 7. William Jones, first on Gone with the Wind. William Jones, first on Gone with the Wind. Stephen A. Young was second. John Duran, first on Flash Dance, and the Flamingo Kid sold to Pam Dickens. Those are all $6.99. Flash Dance sold to John Duran, Flamingo Kid sold to Pam Dickens. The Truth About Bonnie and Clyde, as told by Billie Jean Parker, Bonnie's sister. Very interesting. The Truth About Bonnie and Clyde. It's probably, I don't know if this is a soundtrack. This is, well, no, it has music. Foggy Mountain Breakdown from the film Bonnie and Clyde. Instrumental. Then it probably has her spoken word. And it looks like it has some other tracks. Very interesting. $6.99. That's an older record too, 1968. That sold to Romelu. Cynthia Herdgren was second, and Michael Nath was third. $6.99. Anything in here? Cleopatra, another classic film. Original motion picture soundtrack. Cleopatra, $6.99. Gatefold, older pressing of this as well. Richard Burton and Elizabeth Taylor. Cleopatra. Next, The Jewel of the Nile. This is in shrink wrap of hop sticker with Billy Ocean. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. $6.99 on The Jewel of the Nile. $6.99 on that. Also, Borsalino. Is that what that says? Borsalino. Borsalino is $6.99. Soundtrack to that. I accidentally went ahead and showed this one. So, Inside Star Trek. Inside Star Trek. VG Plus condition. Now, just $6.99. Gene Roddenberry. Very cool. Now just $6.99. That definitely shouldn't be in there. Jewel of the Nile is sold to Shakedown. He was first on that. Jewel of the Nile is sold to Shakedown. Ryan Christie was second. Chris Beebjack third. Michael Nath got the Borsalino. And Colin Butler first on Star Trek. John Duran was second. Everything in here is $6.99. Closing out some soundtracks. Next is Arthur, the album. Christopher Cross, Burt Baccarat, Ambrosia, Stephen Bishop, and Nicolette Larson, $6.99 on that. Angela Leckington, you were third on Star Trek. One from the Heart, featuring Tom Waits and Crystal Gale. That is a 1982 Terre Haute, now just $6.99. Now just $6.99. One from the Heart, $6.99 on that. And that was originally $29.99. $6.99. We have Arthur, sold to Cynthia Herdgren. Arthur is sold to Cynthia Herdgren. G.C. Colleton was second. Romelu third, Chris Beebjack fourth, John Stevens first on One from the Heart, Leslie Holt second. Hank Williams, soundtrack to Your Cheating Heart, as sung by Hank Williams Jr. That is $6.99. $6.99 on the MGM label. The MG soundtrack to Hank Williams' life story, Your Cheating Heart. Title song sung by Diana Ross from the original motion picture soundtrack, It's My Turn. That is sealed. It's never been opened. Sealed, $6.99. The Natural, original music composed and conducted by Randy Newman. That's $6.99. 99 cents. Angela 3, Jake, that's Angela Leckington. She gets the Hank Williams Sr. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second so I can take a drink of water. It's much needed right now. Jake just informed me Georgia Tech beat Miami. That's listed as an upset on today's chart. Jetstream wants Cleopatra, that's sold to Jetstream. Everything in here is $6.99. Dustin Hoffman and Lenny, and that is a musical supervision scoring by Ralph Burns. That's $6.99. Gregory Peck as MacArthur, music from the original motion picture soundtrack, MacArthur. That's a cool cover. That is sealed and it's never been opened, $6.99. Michael Nath first to Lenny. John Stevens was second. Original motion picture soundtrack to The Sporting Club. The Sporting Club, $6.99. Sporting Club, that's on the Buddha Records. MacArthur is sold to Jetstream. John Duran was second. Airport, original motion picture soundtrack to Airport, $6.99. Clint Eastwood in Bronco Billy, music by Merle Haggard and Ronnie Millsap, $6.99. The Electric Horseman, music by Willie Nelson, $6.99. Walt Disney's Mary Poppins original cast soundtrack. Mary Poppins, $6.99, original cast soundtrack. There's another Savage 7. Also, no condition notes on this one, $6.99. Another very nice Savage 7. Let's see. Last was MacArthur to Jetstream. John Duran was second. Jetstream first to Air. That's Airport. That's sold to Jetstream. Airport.
Ron Duffield wants natural Bronco. I think he meant, not for sure what the natural is, but I've got you down for Bronco Billy, maybe Ron Duffield. If so, you're first. Cynthia Herdren on Mary. That's Mary Poppins. That's so does Cynthia. Ted Stevens possibly second on Bronco. John Duran second on Mary. And earlier, Michael Nath was second on Savage 7. This time he's first. G.C. Colleton second. Chris B. Jack third. Stephen A. Young fourth. Ken Crooker fifth. Henry's Choice sixth. Chris Farrar seventh on the Savage 7. Seventh on the Savage 7th, Chris. The Sting. Great stuff here. Great film. Ragtime music. $6.99. The Sting soundtrack. What a film. An all-time classic. Sting, $6.99. Ice Castles, original soundtrack album, Ice Castles, $6.99. Music by Marvin Hamlish. He also does the music to The Sting, $6.99. $6.99. And we have Fairy Tales, narrated by Danny Kaye. Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales. That's not really a soundtrack. That's Fairy Tales. That's spoken word. Boy, that's a hard record to find, that Munsters record right there. This is also very popular. The Puff, the Magic Dragon, and the Dinosaur record has the spaceship on it. Those are very tough children's records to find. The Munsters, Puff, the Magic Dragon. They just never pop up. And when they do, they're really destroyed. Really destroyed. Okay. I had the... Okay, Romelu also made the natural here. He got a 2-in-1. So thank you, Colin. So this also is so to Romelu. He had a 2-in-1 comment. He put natural and Bronco. So that was Ron Duffield, not Romelu. Ron Duffield. He earlier got Bronco Billy, and he gets the natural soundtrack for $6.99. And then we had the next comment was 777. Cynthia Herdren first on the Sting. Cynthia Herdren first on the Sting. Christopher Morris was second. Jetstream third. Cynthia Herdren first on Ice Castles. Romelu second. Christopher Morris first on DK. And DK was Danny Kaye, narrated by Danny Kaye. That's the Fairy Tales. John Duran, you were second. I do not have Roy Gallagher blues to my knowledge, Joss. Days of Heaven, original soundtrack from the motion picture. Days of Heaven, that's $6.99. Beverly Hills Cop 2. Beverly Hills Cop 2, $6.99. Casino Royale, the Bond spoof film, but look at that artwork. Amazing. James Bond, 007 Casino Royale, $6.99. And Harry Winkler's Sally Field, music from Heroes, also $6.99. Shakedown first on Beverly Hills Cop. G.C. Colleton, you were second. Ron Christie third. John Duran fourth. And Jetstream first on Casino, $6.99. We've wiped out Sinatra, and we've almost wiped out the soundtrack. We officially cleaned out Sinatra. Let's go through the soundtracks one more time. Jetstream's actually going to pass on the Casino, so instead of Jetstream, give that to Romelu. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Ted Stevens says, I don't know if I agree with that. I wonder what he's talking about. And let's go through this one more time. $6.99. $6.99. Make sure I didn't miss any other claims in there, and I think I got everything in order. So we have Ravi Shankar doing the music for Charlie. That's on World Pacific Gatefold. These are all $6.99. Also, Stealing Home, Gold Stamp promo of Hype Sticker, $6.99 for Stealing Home. Man in the Middle, original motion picture soundtrack. Man in the Middle. These are all $6.99. Also, Triple Cross, $6.99. B-sides, that's Jeannie Pinnell, wants Days of Heaven. So that the Jeannie Pinnell, Days of Heaven. Also, we have the Hindenburg. The Hindenburg is sealed, $6.99. $6.99. Wild in the Streets. Wild in the Streets is $6.99. The Agony and the Ecstasy, all $6.99 in here. It's My Turn, that was sealed, music by Diana Ross. The Sporting Club, $6.99. The Electric Horseman is $6.99. And, surprised no one got that, Willie Nelson and Heroes, music from the motion picture Heroes. Jetstream gets Agony. Jetstream gets Agony. That's sold to Jetstream, $6.99.
Okay. All righty. Adjust my neck. Oh, that felt good. And my back just popped back into place. That means I'm good for another 3 hours. Are you in, Jake? he just said, uh-oh. I don't know about that, Chad. I don't know about that. All right. Let's see what I have here. Let me do a couple sorting right over here right quick. Let me see what I got. Okay. Let me sort these out. I was gonna make a post, but I think maybe I can show them here first. And if I show them here first, we're more liable to go ahead and make it much easier for me. Jake's here tagging right now. I got one more thing. It's sort of record related, but I need to do this right now because I was going to make a post, but I got something on clearance for you, okay? And it's going to be kind of selective, but I'll show you what I'm talking about in 1 second. Let me do a little bit more sorting here, and let me do this right quick. All right. And I'm almost done, and I'll show you one of the last things we're going to do here. And if you're watching late, you're going to get first grab, and then whatever's left, I'll make a post. But I've been meaning to do this, and I'm working on some sorting right now. I've said that 10 times, but I don't like dead air. My dad was a radio broadcaster, and one thing he taught me was no dead air. So always keep talking, even if it's just nonsense. People just don't want to listen to you breathe. So I'm always just blabbing about something, even though I'm over here trying to do some sorting. So let me do this. Let me figure out what I got here. And boom, boom, boom. And boom. And boom. Okay, so here's what I'm over here working on. And I'm going to do this because I'm about to put in another order. But if you want one, they're small, medium, and large. That's all I have, and that's all I can get, especially for this price. Small, medium, and large, that's all I have, and that's all I can get for this price because I'm going to try to sell these off, and then I'm going to put in a new order for more sizes and for bigger sizes, and I think I'm going to do some long sleeves. Jeannie Pinnell reminded me, Jeannie B-Sides makes our t-shirts, but here's what I have. If you want one, just comment small, medium, and large. Small, medium, large. That's the only 3 sizes I have left. I'm going to do these half off for $9.99, but that's the only 3 sizes I have. These are half off, small, medium, and large, and these are the Collectibles Records You Can't Refuse t-shirts. $9.99. I only have small, medium, and large, and I have very limited quantities of both, but that's what they look like. Black t-shirts, small, medium, and large, $9.99. That's my rip-off of my favorite film, The Godfather, Collectibles Records You Can't Refuse. I have small, medium, and large. We normally sell these for, Jake, you might have to just make a sticky note like you did the stickers and write down everybody's name. So that is Collectibles Records You Can't Refuse. Those are going to be half off. I'm going to sell off what I have here, and then, Jeannie, if you're still watching, I think I'm going to do some long sleeve maybe. I think I want to still use this logo, but I'm wearing a long sleeve tonight. I walked out of the store last night, and it all of a sudden hit me that we're officially in winter. So it is pretty cold. It was pretty cold last night for me. I always wear shorts. I wear gym shorts and a t-shirt about every day because I'm here working, and then I go straight to the gym and then straight to bed. So I never really dress up, so I'm always wearing one of these here. So I'm going to work on some new t-shirt designs, and these are $9.99. Jeannie says, ready when you are. Great. So this is what I have left in the Godfather style. And I got those 3 sides. Now, I'm going to start handing these off. We'll sort them later, and I'm going to let you know right now if you get one. But this stack here is small, this stack is medium, and that stack back there is large. So let's see who all gets one. And these are going to be $9.99. They're usually $20. But there is a large for Rich Recor. There's a medium for Christopher Morris.
I'm glad I'm doing this later because it's going to take a few minutes. There's a medium for Christopher Morris. Next was Leslie Holt on a large. Got a lot of larges. That's actually a surprise. There's a large for Leslie Holt. Chris Jack also wants a large. There's a large for Chris Jack. Next is Henry's Choice on a large. Henry's Choice on a large. John Duran on a large. Jane Fink on a medium and a large. There's a medium and a large for Jane Fink. Let's see here. I'm sold out of extra larges. Yeah, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, 4XL, and 5XL. I think I sold all those right off the bat. I only have it in black. Now, I have another Colectco type design, but I'm going to try to just sell these off first. Next comment was Henry's Choice on small. That was the first small I think we have sold, right? Yeah, Henry's Choice on small. Next is tie-dye. I don't have any tie-dyed. Ted Stevens on medium. There's Ted Stevens, a medium. Make sure I'm doing this so I know everybody's going to get one that has one. And we have, I think that's it, Cynthia Herdron on large. These are, well, I guess they're men's sizes, but they're Gildan, soft style. Let me restart. Gildan or Gildan, soft style. Jeannie May can elaborate further on the sizes, but I mean, they're kind of a universal. So, okay, what's an offer you can't refuse? This is an offer we can't refuse. Exactly. This is an offer you can't refuse. So that's what I have left for $9.99. I'm going to count these, what's left, and make a post. But I got several smalls, and I got large, and I have that. Did we call out Garrett's name? Let's see here. Let me make sure. Let's see. Garrett, did I not say Garrett's name? Chris B. Jack. Garrett. I don't think I said Garrett Seipert either. Garrett, let me make sure I got you one. Large. I'll go ahead and pull one either way. If there's an extra one, that's okay. Sell that to Garrett Seipert. Angela Leckington on large. Now, I can get bigger sizes. Of course, they're not going to be for $9.99. We'll post a pre-order. I'll try to get them as best price as I can. And then we also, sometimes we give these away. Sometimes we slip them in orders. Hadn't done that in a while because they've been up here and I hadn't told Doug to, but I hate just sending somebody a t-shirt because it's so hard with these sizes. Everybody needs a different size. It's very complex on us, and it's also very costly, so end up spending thousands of dollars on t-shirts, but it's okay. So we're kind of just clearing these out for $9.99. That's part of the marketing cost of running a business, though. Anybody else, small, medium, or large, Colectco, records you can't refuse. Now I can officially make a post, and if you were watching now, you got in early, because I have a feeling if I post that, we'll probably sell out what's left. But those are $9.99. Anybody else? And that might be where we stop for tonight, unless anybody has any last requests. Does anybody have any last requests? Looks like we sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 larges. We sold 1, 2, 3 mediums and 1 small. I always have way too many smalls. And as soon as I ordered those, Tanner and my mom, they was like, why did you order so many smalls? I was like, do people not wear smalls? And they're like, no, most people wear large, extra large, 2XL. I was like, oh, my bad. Medium's a weird size too. I don't hear a lot of people say they wear a medium. I only sold what? A couple there, and small. Yeah, I only sold 1 small, so I'm like, that's why I'm tough with these t-shirt orders. I'm like, I don't know what to order. Let me go over here. So the other ones we have are these colors here. They're kind of bluish, they're kind of purplish, and they're kind of grayish. Here's the other ones, and of course, I don't know as far as sizes, but they're all pretty much the same. There's the other 3. These say Colectco, Collectibles, Auctions, Nostalgia, Lebanon, Tennessee. That's purple. That's kind of like an aqua. They say the same thing. Colectco, Collectibles, Auctions, Nostalgia. And that one's kind of like almost an army green. And that's $9.99. Okay. The PSA cards, I'll tag you and Michael Harrell in the post. But yeah, I just got them back from PSA today, and I just priced them. But I will make
an official post about that. But that's the other ones. If anybody's looking for a size on that, I really need to sort them first. So, okay. Anybody else for tonight? If not, that concludes tonight's shows for this week, or that concludes tonight's show and all the record shows for this week. We'll be live again tomorrow night selling coins and knives, and then we'll be live on Monday selling records again. And I was talking to Paul before the sale. We got a lead on a couple of collections. We're going back to Fred Goodwin's to get the rest of his inventory sometime later this month. We're talking to some people in Pittsburgh again, the same guy, Dale, with the rest of his collection. Yes, he has more. And we're also looking at a toy collection in New Hampshire, which is something I pretty much have already bought, but we just got to drive all the way up there and get them. It's going to take a big truck. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Also tag Jeff H. Jeff H, remind me of your last name so I can tag you on Facebook. What's your last name, Jeff H? I'm sure Jake or Tanner knows. Jeff H is... Okay, they have a cheat sheet over here of all these YouTube handles sometimes. Tanner usually puts it up. But yeah, thanks everybody. Toy or card night. If we get enough random toys and cards, yes, Jeff Hawes, got it. Jeff Hawes. I'll tag you, William Jones, and Michael Harrell. I'll work on that post right now. But yeah, if we ever do get enough toys, yeah, we'll do a big toy sale. So, all right, thanks everybody. Good night. I'm going to go find some food. I'm sure Jake's ready to get out of here. And I'm going to start working on stuff for tomorrow night's sale, Monday night's sale, and see what football games are still on. I don't think there's not many, though, unless it's out on the West Coast. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night, and we'll